Live is, well, live. Okay, while we wait for Twitch app to work on my phone, let me get Twitch app, quote unquote, on my desktop.
Hi.
Let's see here.
Okay, you're live for me, I think. Yes.
Okay, that's that. Move this over here. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Perfect. And Twitch app is still catching up. Not perfect. Come to think of it, today is the 29th.
Jesus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
What are you thinking of, Jimmy?
We may start something that was unscripted. Well, I may start something that was unscripted today.
Conscripted?
Unscripted.
Oh.
I mean, conscripted. It's not really the right word.
Unscripted.
Yes, unscripted, as in not in my notes, because I realized how many days we have left between now and when this is probably going to be done, and how many days it takes to do a certain quest line that I could go do. So maybe we will. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Interesting.
Hey, SB, how's it going? You are just in time for us to be almost ready to start. Be starting in about 1 minute, something like that. See, it depends on when my clock changes, because usually when I say that, my clock changes almost immediately. I say as I wait with anticipation for my clock to switch. And hello, Yugman. How you doing there?
Hello.
What's the plan for today? Yes, summoner quests. We're also going to finish up the 5 minutes. It's an epilogue quest. And coils. Since you're both here, might as well start working on the coils since everyone is here. So, and we'll just see how far we can get with both. What I figure we can do is we can do like the Vath quest today, and we can also do 2 summoner quests, and then we can do coils after that. As long as that's okay with both of you, that's cool with me. We'll just work on as many coils as we can get done with after I'm done with the Vath quest and the 2 summoner quests. You know, maybe we'll get like 2, 3 done, something like that. We'll see. I mean, ideally, we could get 4 done, but so I don't think that we're gonna get 4 done. So
Ideally, of course.
Can do something else with coil. You have a level 70 character who can cross party if you'd like. That might not be a bad idea. Although I think, Cole, are you gonna bring Bard into coils?
Hell yeah.
Yes, because Cole needs to level.
I have been busting my ass to get this thing over 50. I'm damn well using it.
He has it at 52 right now, and it's got enough item level to actually go in. So he's
even higher now than before, I think.
Yeah, because you got some tombstones for just now. So he's probably gonna bring Bard into coils. So I mean, if you want to use the cross party thing there, SB, feel free. But honestly, I'm also okay if you have classes you want to level that you just want to bring in. Like if you still want to level, you know, like Dragoon or one of the classes that you don't have at 60 already, basically. If you want to just do that, that's cool with me too. Whatever you're feeling. And Yugman is down for it. All right, cool. So I will get this started, and we'll do the Vath quests, a couple summoner quests, and we'll go from there. So you guys decide what you'd like to do and which classes you'd like to play, and we'll go from there. One of the binding coils is just cutscenes? Oh, okay, gotcha. I'll have to see that when we get that far. So, I must have picked a day today, as we're inching ever closer to getting our cash here to the total where I can get a small personal house. I must have picked a day today to just fucking die, because, like, I was working on getting allied seals so I can get riding maps back in the A Realm Reborn content there, which I have a couple. I did get a couple over the weekend, and the speed bonus on the ground there is noticeably quicker. And I didn't decide to go after, just particularly found while I was doing mining stuff, 2 A ranks that just fucking murdered me. Like, I found that stupid black Coeurl thing that we all fought way back, like during the patch content between Realm Reborn and Heavensward, and it killed me at 60 on Monk, at 65 on Monk actually, with I-270 gear because of Petrify. And I don't have gold needles. As far as I know, you can't get gold needles outside of, like, Eureka or something. So it killed me, and I was upset. So I put it on Dark Knight and then pacified the kitty. And after that, speaking of pacify, I also fought, what is it, Morocco? It's this dragon thing in Kurthus Central. And it has pacification on one of its things, which prevents me from using all physical skills for 30 seconds. And that almost killed me on Dark Knight at I-270 gear as a 50. It did kill Quinfucius in the process. He's fine though. He just, went off.
He walked it off.
Yeah, he walked it off. He'll be good when I summon him. But just, I've died probably today more than I have in recent memory, and I am looking to not continue that trend. How you doing, everybody? After that long-winded explanation, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, the stream edition. Last time, what did we do? I decided that I'm going to continue working on Summoner after finishing the 3.2 content, and we're going to be working on that today. But as you can see, I'm meeting you in the Dravanian Forelands today. Let's get Quinfucius out here, speaking of him. Hey, buddy. Ready to go for a ride? Because that's where we're going. We have one last quest to do with the Vath before we move along. As you can see, I am at max rank with their sworn thing there. But I think, if I recall correctly, this quest is pretty much an epilogue of the Vath quests. Like, we got the major resolution of their quests last time, so we will go over here. I would like to mention, though, I haven't found the Behemoth at all off-screen, but I was doing Vath quests a few days ago over the weekend, and I found this gigantic thing walking around out here in the Forelands. Turns out it's a Fate boss, very similar to the Behemoth, called the Coeurl Regina, and I shouted it in chat, and about 10 people swooped in and made a party finder party, and we killed the damn thing. I got 3 horns out of it, but I only kept 1 because they're basically just used to make these, like, couple of clothing items if you get 6 of them. And I wasn't able to do the 3rd fate in the sequence. It was the 2nd fate out of 3 in sequence, and I wasn't able to do it because I wasn't going to be home at the time it was going to spawn. It spawns about 4 hours after the last one, but we murdered it. I tanked it and actually did pretty well, from what I understand. So, but now that that's happened, I don't think I need to keep this trophy, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Goodbye. Okay. Let's speak with the Deft Arm and see what he has to say about his job with the guild here. Because it looks like he's looking at it in a satisfied way. You can play almost every class on Henry. So Henry's your alt, okay. So you've got Black Mage, Paladin, Astrologian, Summoner, and Scholar at 70, Ninja, Dark Knight, and Dragoon are mid-60s, and Red Mage and Samurai are at least 50 each. Okay, yeah, whatever you're feeling, SB. If you want to go over on your alt and we can cross-party it or whatever, that's cool. If you want to go on your character from Goblin, that's also cool. You pick, you decide. I'll give you plenty of time to figure it out because we're going to do this quest and then a couple Summoner quests, and then after that, we'll be good.
How long do you think I have, out of curiosity?
If I had to
in terms
guess,
of, like,
I'd say about 25 minutes, half an hour.
25 minutes. Good enough.
If you're going to do another roulette, I can try to drag it out.
Not really. I was gonna go do Bard quests.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, go
I have two. I have one unlocked right now.
Yeah, so then go do Bard Quest.
Start the Heavensward story for it.
Yeah, probably a good
I'll do
idea.
the rest of my roulettes later.
Yeah, because I was going to say, by the time you wait out the queue, I'll probably be ready to go, so...
Yeah, I don't want to do anything that's too ridiculous.
He was your main, and then you played through on Maria, and now he's your alt. Ah, okay, I see. So Maria's another alt, then, I would assume. Let me see, I didn't quite read everything he said there. Oh, come on now, Deft Arm. I gotta keep checking in on you guys. I gotta see how the guild's growing all this time. When I left you, I was but a learner. Now I am the master. No, it's fine, Deft Arm. I appreciate it more than you know. Ah, but the storyteller wants to see me. Alright, let's go see what the storyteller has to say. And we'll probably come back and do these side quests for the bath. Might even do it if I have to pad things out one day. I don't know. Maria's your main. Okay, I see. So the one that you're using on Goblin here is also an alt. Okay, I see. Hey, no problem. Just figured I'd help you guys out. Right, and that means that your colony will always keep growing, so... I need to... let's see... Where's my Twitch app? Did it... No, it didn't close out. I haven't opened it up since it wasn't working. There we go. Yeah, that's the price of freedom there, storyteller. Sometimes it's a little high, but in your numbers, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. Well, good. I'm glad. It's like I've made a little family over here.
Nice.
Quest complete, and thus ends the quest line for the Vath. Reputation is up. We are now blood sworn with the Vath there, so we are maxed out on their rank. Well, I say maxed out, but really there's one rank beyond this that we have yet to touch in any of the Beast Tribe quests that we've done. That may change in the future, though. We'll see. And now we get more experience if we do Vath daily quests, so if I need to level up an alt that's like level 50 to 60, here's another option. Cole.
Listen, I had to bust my ass to get to level 50. It was painful.
Well, I'm just saying, now you have tons of options. You can go do Beast Tribe quests in Heavensward now. You can do your while you're waiting for your roulettes and blah,
yeah,
blah,
I guess. It's something to do while I'm waiting, because it's just like, you queue up for like a full, all of the roulettes on a once a day when you're leveling a class from 50 to 60, you'll be done in like a week.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, once you get past that 50 hump, it's pretty easy to
but the 50 hump is enormous.
it's easy to get from 50 to 60, I think. 60 to 70 less so, but not...
But 60 to 70, you're not concerned about it. It's like you have like the Shire stuff to help you out in that regard. You're getting a lot more of your skills. You have access to a kit.
And we haven't touched Stormblood yet, so you don't even have to be above 60, really.
Well, I do for the patch content.
Patch content is scaled to 60, so I mean... As long as you're 60 and you have your Shire gear, you should be fine. Lindy's an alt you made for this guy. Ah, okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. Well, anyway... Let's switch back and look cool, Joker, and go do our summoner quests there. Like I said, I'm still not a big fan of how long the tailcoat is. It still looks like it needs to be hemmed down by about 6 inches. Unfortunately, that's not an option in the game, but I don't know. Maybe there will be a different coat later on that looks similar that I can use as a replacement. I don't know if it would have the same Phantom Thieves vibe as the current outfit, but yeah, we'll see. Oh, I got 3 ventures out of that quest too. Okay, I'll have to go spend those. I don't know on what. I haven't really been leveling up my retainers all that much. They're like, let's see. Matilda is like 34, I think, and Gossamer's like 23. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, a matter of fact, and we get Pain Flare from this quest. So let's see what new knowledge Ymitra has for us. And see if I have to do any fighting as a summoner. And we'll see how that goes. I mean, I am in I-270 gear here with summoner, so I should be fine no matter what the hump is for difficulty. It would be more like a spike, honestly. So you have more knowledge, just not on what we actually are looking for. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, hello, who's this gentleman? If you'd call it a research effort, it's more like a research fan club at this point. So this is Dancing Wolf, okay? What kind of questions? Yeah, I'm surprised you have any authority here, even in Gridania, but, you know. Tristan? Uh-oh. We never did find out whether he was dead or alive, did we? Maybe he's back. He took some time to lick his wounds. Plenty of time. The entire Heavensward campaign's worth of time. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there isn't really much to tell. As far as we know, he summoned Shadow Ifrit and then died, but, you know. Yes. No on that last part, though. We're not certain. I didn't check his pulse. I don't think there was a pulse left to check.
Don't worry. I'd feel the same way. I also had to murder an evil mage at the end of my Red Mage quests. Except the difference is I dueled him to the death.
What?
Yeah, like
fucking fencing.
I fenced him literally into submission.
Oh, jeez. Well, that's not good. Alright, so let's see if we can see to some justice there, Ymitra. I know you got some stuff to do with your tomestones, but I think we almost need to do this, considering Tristan was kind of an enemy of ours.
What a name for a bad guy. Tristan.
See, I hear that name and all I can hear is, "Hey, look! This tournament has a prize of $3 million.
It would have been a lot more entertaining if you were reading his voice lines over in that voice when you were doing the quests.
Oh, that would have been great.
Well, I mean, if he comes back from the dead like he's inevitably going to, you can do that.
Yeah, I guess. I haven't been voicing characters in this game, though, so yeah, we'll see. Oh, yeah, and he was working with the Ascians, so we need to work on this, I think. Even if this didn't have anything to do with me as a summoner, I don't want the Ascians to get away with things, even they're just cronies. Oh, okay. It's actually convenient that we have to go to Camp Drybone because the unscripted thing actually occurs in that area, so I will go that way. Okay, sure. No problem, Ymitra. I'll meet you out there. I'm actually going to go to Ul'dah itself because the quest that I need to pick up is over there as well. So we'll pick up the quest in addition to getting over there for Summoner. And then we'll go from there.
Nice shot, dude. Damn.
So wait, Cole, you're saying you fenced him in?
Pretty.
That's what SB said. Pretty much. Had an awful classmate named Tristan? Oh, jeez. I can't say I've ever known anybody by the name Tristan other than the Yu-Gi-Oh character, so... Can't say I had a good, bad, or in-between experience. Really, the Tristan in this game wasn't even all that bad, honestly. He just sorta existed. And then died. As far as we knew, anyway. He might be alive again, we never know. See, the music changed to Gridania's Morning, and I was like, wait, morning theme, or day theme, and I was like, wait a minute, did I go to the wrong city? No. No, I did not. Bit of a dreary day in Ul'dah, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Okay, here we are. So let's head out to the quest that I was going to take there, probably following this paladin slash, I don't know, would that even be a, did that gear look like the kind of thing that a gladiator would have? I don't know about if it would be or not. I haven't played the class, so I couldn't tell you with them square shields like that. Well. Because it definitely wasn't me, what?
First quest of the Heavensward thing. The people I'm working with already want to beat the shit out of each other.
Oh my god. It's like the paladin quests all over again.
It's weird.
Hey, look, some people doing...
having somebody under my wing and in the party for these quests who actually respects my ability for once.
The Hildebrand quest.
Apparently all that shit I did for Mr. God's Quiver over here wasn't for nothing.
Well, that's refreshing. Anyway, the quest that I'm going to take is from Commander Swift, and if you've done this before, you probably already know where I'm going with this. We lost one beast tribe in our rotation of things to do. We're gaining another.
God damn it.
Because I realized that there's about 15 days between now and the end, like 15 days total between now and the end of this stream. Probably gonna, if it all works out where I get Zoe's satisfaction level to maximum on the last day of the stream, it'll be about 2 weeks, give or take a couple of days.
At that time point, we're going to probably finish up Heavensward's patch content, all the Hildebrand quests, all the coils of Bahamut.
It goes quicker than you think, but in any case, takes about 15 days to max out the Beast Tribe ranks. I think I did the math correctly with these guys, so we'll see how this all goes. If not, then we'll just continue maxing them out later, like when I come back. Okay, so I was gonna say, what kind of campaign are you having me go on here? Right. Oh dear God. I wonder if it has anything to do with this Tristan gentleman, or Tristan look-alike, really. That's been out in the wastes. Okay. So we gotta go to Commander Gizelbert in Little Alamigo. Okay. That I can do. We'll go out to Camp Drybone first, and then we'll report to Little Alamigo after that. So... by the way, I've also decided on how I'm going to use my Aetheryte tickets from now on to make sure I don't just use all of them in a single stream, since we're going to be teleporting back and forth a lot. If the teleportation costs more than 300 gil, I will use an Aetheryte ticket. So that way I don't have to keep just buying them up and up and up and up as much as I can. So, okay, we're in Camp Drybone. Let's question the residents and see what they know about this attack.
He's stiffer, he's likely to snap in half.
Cole's having fun with the Bard quests over there.
It's like, this is like the Paladin quest, but I actually like the characters. Damn, Jimmy, I might go back to Warrior and or try to pick up Dark Knight, then you and me can edge together.
Oh boy. Just remember the Dark Knight's getting a rework in Shadowbringers. Might be better to wait to pick it up until then.
Fair.
Okay, sure.
But then again, I could tell you the same thing.
Yeah, also fair. Okay, so we gotta check in with the merchants. Let's say which merchants.
Well, that's weird.
Question the merchants. I know which merchants, I think, because there's one in here, there's one at the thing. Aha, here we go. At the restaurant, and there's one that's a junk monger, so.
That was a weird transition.
What?
My quest had me go to Ishgard. I get there, and they're in completely different outfits. I didn't even recognize them in the first 15 seconds of the cutscene.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, lovely. The bow guy I'm working with is literally Setzer.
Oh, good.
Oh, boy. This'll be fun. Oh.
Oh, he already left the
I
camp.
get my next song as a quest reward. I'm getting it.
Nice.
I can finally have Wanderer's Minuet.
Oh, nice. I don't know what that does, but nice.
That's my last of my 3 primary songs on Bard, I'm pretty sure. Let's go to Falcon's Nest. Punch people in the face.
Ah, okay. Well, Alright, well that didn't really pan out too much. Let's see what the last merchant knows. And I think they're inside this area here, because this is where I used to buy my food. Well, some of my food, anyway. Yeah, here we go. You would think, yeah. Oh boy. Well, one of Ifrit's tempered is not exactly accurate to Tristan's description, but it's to a layperson, it's pretty close. So, any word, Yamitra? Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, because he might be getting attacked again.
Wait a minute, what am I doing? I can fly in this part of the city.
Yep.
You ever just forget you unlocked all the ether currents somewhere?
No.
I just did.
Oh, he might be
Purchase
over in
Western.
Highbridge? Okay.
That's probably because I don't even come here that often.
Why are you guys going that way? Highbridge is this way. You know, whatever. Let's go, Confucius. Let me put on my persona mask real quick, even though I'm not summoning yet. It will at least somewhat protect me from rain. I mean, it's wyvern skin, so it's leather, so I would think that the rain would be less of a problem. I'm willing to bet, though, that Mahis is probably back around here somewhere now, because I killed him about 4 hours ago, something like that. Uh-oh. Assaulted importer. Alright, let's help out the poor assaulted importer. Persona! Hi, Ifrit. He's gonna look at me summoning Ifrit Eggy for this, and he's gonna be like, holy shit, it's Ifrit again! Nope, not exactly what the case might be. No. Oh god, actual Amalja. Alright, let's get this going. Have a Bane there, friends. And, I don't know if you're... Yep, Fester will kill you. Cool. Let me just burn all of my abilities there. Are you alright, sir? I don't know physic on my hotbar right now, but I could probably use sustain or something on you. I'm just glad it's not Lolorito, because I would have been like, oh my god. He kind of looks like him from at a glance like that, just different clothing. Well, maybe if you didn't fly out, and I know you're a merchant and you have to go no matter what, but you're in the driving rain with Amalja attackers all over the place. Okay, he isn't wearing the face mask, though, so that makes it automatically better. A lock of silvery hair, huh?
Woo! That's big boy damage.
That sounds like Tristan, Yamitra. Yeah. Did he have one of these? It's an essence of the ether, so not to be alarmed. This one's friendly as you can be. Don't mind the steam either. He just does that in the rain. It's just driving rain. If it's just here, like, can I go home now? I'm kind of sizzling.
I'm sizzling. What's the... Why does it smell like fried primal?
Thank you, Ifrit, for the demonstration.
Nice. I swear, Misery's End is just like pulling out a gun and just shooting them.
Just be like, you know, fuck this bow. Pow!
Pull the machinist hand cannon out and just blast them.
Okay, sure. We'll head back to Ul'dah. Well, I will in a moment once I go to Little Alamigo. I'll see you guys there. Oh, yeah, you're back, Ifrit. Well, that's fine. You don't have to stand out here in the rain just because I asked you to. You can go ahead. Oh, and by the way here, ladies and gentlemen, you may be wondering, hey, wait a minute. You only have 3 hotbars on the screen. How are you summoning Garuda? How are you commanding Ifrit away from the battlefield? How are you blah, 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 blah? Also, hi, Garuda. Well, let me show you.
I like him already.
I've got a hidden hotbar here. And the reason why it's hidden is because, well, I'll show you. There's like 4 things on it, and that's it. So I hit it because these buttons also are like the same buttons that I use to summon Ifrit or use his attacks. So, yeah, I just hit it. It's fine. Maybe we'll have more on that bar. Whoops. We'll have more on that bar at a later date, like when we actually can summon Bahamut or something like that. But yeah, I don't have any need for it right now, so that's fine.
Damn. That I can't even. This guy already has my respect. I've known him for a quest and a half. He's already got my respect. Oh, we're on a quest to go find this song that can supposedly end a battle after it's played? Oh, how am I going to go about my investigation? You know what? Let me hit up the tavern, see the locals, maybe pick up a lady or two. What's that? There's this knight that knows about songs out in the field, and his wife's pregnant with his kid, and he doesn't even know? Shit, I'll go bring him a message.
Sounds like an upstanding...
God, I love this guy.
Sounds like an upstanding womanizer. Wow,
He's
driving
like
rain one screen away, and here we are, just in the sunlight. I guess at least it was warm rain. Commander Gazilbert, hello. I am not quite a commander yet myself.
Believe it or not, SB, I'm picking up Bard relatively easily. There are some small things that I still need to get down, like getting into decent habits with keeping songs up and actually remembering to use foes.
Yeah, always use foes. That's what I heard.
You know, using Pelidon, respectively, using Refresh and Tactician efficiently. Those are the basic things, but otherwise I have a pretty damn decent idea of what I'm doing. Believe it or not. I was actually relatively surprised with how easy Bard is to pick up, once you get it down.
Oh, jeez, that's not good. Wonder if these Amalja have anything to do with our robed friend.
Flap.
All the way down in Segoli? Jesus Christ. They're straying really far from Zanrak. I mean, I know that this is kind of their hunting grounds, but that's like a screen away. It's pretty long distance.
I haven't even got to try that out yet. I can't even bring that into coils. That's sad.
Well, you can always try it out in your next roulette.
Yeah? Pitch Perfect takes like a truck with 3 frickin' repertoire. That's what I know. I haven't found a good skill to use Barrage with yet either. Except for, like, procced Straight Shot and Misery's End. But then again, that's what Refulgent Arrows is for at 70. Also known as, I'm just going to hit you for a casual 30k 3 times.
Oh, okay, so the Amalja might be over there then. Okay, let's go over to the Sunken Temple of Karn then and see if we can't intercept them in the process. I'm going to switch to Monk for this part. Because Summoner doesn't really need... Oh, God. Summoner doesn't really need the experience. I can get out of here from here, right? Yeah. Cool. Whoa, it's foggy as hell out here. Didn't expect this.
Sensin, he's a bard. What did you expect him to do? Not play his instrument?
I mean, I guess it makes sense since it's rainy up there. It's probably going to start driving rain over here in a minute. Oh, is this the merchant that we've been told to look for? Barrage is
How are you doing that? You're not even playing. Stop that madness this once. We're in the middle of an investigation. Oh, fine. You're stiff as a board. Besides, I'm sure Rory has had inspiration. The camera just pans over. I'm just playing. I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I haven't picked up Perform yet.
Oh, these quests are a fucking riot.
Barrage is good for Imperial Arrow when you get it, and make sure to keep your dots up at all times and you'll be fine. Straighter Shot is good for when you don't have Imperial. Misery's End doesn't work because that's not a weapon skill.
Oh, Misery's End doesn't work. I could have sworn that worked.
Maybe you just hit like a truck now because of your Ironworks gear.
I haven't hit over 1,000 damage yet, and that makes me sad, though.
You will. I didn't do over 1,000 damage either until I got to around 58, 59.
Accumulated win damage over time when bite and stun.
Yeah, I think that would be a good
so
idea.
Wanderer's Minuet is what I need to use for Pitch Perfect.
So where is
Okay, so when I want a DPS, go into Wanderer's Minuet. When I want all the procs from Blood Red Letter and Reign of Death, Bage's Ballad. When I want to just hit faster than hell, use Army's Payon. Got it.
Well, let's have a wait here and see what the merchant thing. What is supposed to be hauling this thing anyway? Oh God, he's falling asleep over there. Because I'm not really seeing anything. Oh God, anything that could haul that cart for him, except like, I don't know. Is he gonna get a Palpamus to do it or something? SB uses Mage's Ballad for AoE pulls usually.
That makes sense. I like
Whoa!
using Mage's Ballad just because it helps me keep up with my dots because I'm getting constant procs with like blood letter and shit.
Man, speaking of archers, holy cow. Someone just loosed a barrage over there.
You ain't saved nothing yet.
So this must be the Brotherhood of Ash. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but hey, they took care of the Amalja Raiders, so...
Well, you never know. Eventually you learn to not judge these tribes by their covers.
Especially in this case, since, you know, it's going to lead to some craziness. Wow, these guys are pretty good, I think. Uh-oh. Might want to watch out there, sir. Whoa. Man. Who's Xena Warrior Princess here? I didn't know that the Amalja consorted with Mikote, but okay, cool. I didn't even have to lift a finger. I hope I'm getting paid for this job, because this was the easiest day ever.
I mean, shit, we take those.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hi there. I didn't realize you came over here. What's up? Well, I don't have to, but I want to. Does that make a difference to you? Yeah, I can't get the blood-curdling roar down, guys. Sorry, unfortunately. So this is Hamujga, and he is the leader of the Brotherhood of Ash.
That name sounds metal as fuck.
It is. He looks metal as fuck. Look at the screen.
Hold on, linger on him for a minute.
I mean, the only thing he's missing is devil horns, but if he had them, he'd look like Ifrit, and that wouldn't be good because he's not an Ifrit.
Oh, he's wearing
person.
blue. That's weird for an Amalja.
Well, most of them are wearing Ifrit's colors, so that's, you know. Oh, so you want me to come to your home? Well, that's awfully nice of you. Is Xena Warrior Princess gonna be there too? It's just a cavalcade of Amalja. Oh my god. Are you okay, sir? I know that was a little hairy. I would have handled everything myself, but fate and fortune turned in our favor, it seems. It's not unusual for them to fight amongst themselves because they do it for sport, I would imagine, but in this case it's a little unusual. Well, I'm just glad that you're gonna get out of here, okay? Just mind the sandstone golems and you'll be fine. Hello there. So this is the Ring of Ash, huh? I think we were here at one point and they wouldn't talk to me because I wasn't a member of their conclave, I guess is the right word. But Hamujga has extended an invitation, so maybe that will change in a moment. It's a nice little place you got here. Although you have the only place that's sheltered from the rain, I imagine it gets a little cramped in here. So what are the old ways? But I assumed Ifrit was the old ways and the new ways, honestly. Oh, so you've heard of my exploits, huh? Yeah, I'm even in the same class that I felled Ifrit the first time with, although I've ascended from Pugilist since then. Yeah, that's what happens when you get tempered, unfortunately. You can't think about anything else other than appeasing the primal that you have been tempered by. Although, as we know now, being tempered by a primal is like being tempered by your own deep-seated fears and needs and all that. You're basically being tempered by a distorted amalgamation of your people's greatest want. So, yeah, you know, not exactly what these people want. You're, in this case, Hamujga, you're the exception rather than the rule. So you guys are trying to change that, huh? Hey man, I don't know, but that's usually why I try to prevent them. Okay, sure, I can go beat up a few Amalja. Oh, great. Xena, I don't need you to accept me. I'll go fight the Amalja and Xanarak anyway. Well, there probably were a dozen and more men that have boasted that feat. There's a lot of people that play this game. So this is Lunga. Okay. They've given her an Amalja name. Well, fine then. Just make sure your aim is true. If you're hitting me, you're not going to be hitting the people we're supposed to be hunting. I feel like you'd be better than that. You'll forgive me, I don't really smell anything, but that's probably because I've not had a bath in so long that I don't really smell anything anymore.
It was at that moment that Jimmy stopped smelling.
Okay, cool. So let's have a look-see at what the Amalja of the Ring of Ash would have us do before we head back. Because this quest I need to take in order to start the Amalja Beast Tribe quests, so... And we might only finish the Summoner quest that we're currently on before we start the Coils, honestly. So I'll let you guys know once we get that far, depending on how long it's taken. We'll see. So where is Palgathan? Is that the Sigoli Desert? And that's like your name for it. There's a Spectre of Death in Zanrak. Is that Ifrit hard mode?
Sounds like it.
It does. Yeah, not very warrior-like of them, is it? I like this guy's attitude. He shares some very similar interests to me as a monk. Uh-oh. I don't need steel. I have fists of fire. Oh, hello, Xena. I wonder how she came into service of the Brotherhood of Ash. Okay, well, fair enough. You guys have hatchlings here? Where do you get them from? Do you kidnap them from Zanrak? Oh, jeez. Yeah, and I pray that your arrows are true to their marks, because, good lord, man. I'm not gonna carry you through battle here, Xena. This isn't like He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Let's go show her what we can do, Confucius. She doesn't believe, she's a non-believer, she'll want to believe after this. Where are we going, exactly? Ah, okay. That's not too far. I found a new spot, by the way, for the map, so that I can actually see while I'm using it. So hopefully that looks alright. This way, again, it's not in my way and it's not in anybody else's way, so everyone can see while I'm running around with it on there. Helped out decently when I was trying to look for some other things and when I was looking for the Behemoth Fate over the weekend. Because I was looking for it. We didn't find it, obviously, because it didn't... I don't think it popped at all this weekend, and if it did, I wasn't really there for it, so... Anyway, let's see what kind of trouble the Flame Fangs are stirring up over here. Stirring up trouble for the salesman, apparently. You alright, sir? She did, I think. Okay, that I can do. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Probably nothing too bad. This quest is like level 43. And this is before they started syncing levels up and everything, so... Yeah, nothing special. What'd you think of that, Xena? I know her name is Lunga, but I'm gonna call her Xena forever. I'm sorry if that triggers anybody.
So I need a fat bird.
Well, you're welcome. Glad I could help.
So I need a fat bird.
Well, yeah, I mean, the roads have been safe for months at this point. Probably a good idea. I know, but still, better that than dead, you know? You can't sell anything in hell. I mean, you could, but nobody would buy it. Or if they did, they'd buy your soul in the process or some bullshit.
Or some bullshit.
Okay, well, let's meet Lunga and Hamujga back at the Ring of Ash. Again, the thing about this, I have no idea how long these quests in particular are. I just want to make sure that I can start doing the Amalja quests off-screen, because I've given some thought to the idea of doing other beast tribes besides the ones that I did for the story there. And we might just do them during the patch content, but we'll do them like one afterwards. So like I'll do some beast tribe stuff from A Realm Reborn now that we're done with the Heavensward stuff. And if we don't finish them before the end of this particular section of the stream, that's fine. I'll just finish them up when I come back from my break. But I did a good when I did the stuff in A Realm Reborn, because I did the hard one first, the Ixal, which takes longer than the rest. As I said, these ones, if you do them 2 at a time, it takes about 15 days, so... Okay, so how could I prove my resolve to you? Not that I have to prove anything to you. Right. At least we agree on one thing, that the Amalja around here, besides the Ring of Ash, are not exactly the most hardy warriors. Of course. I almost feel like I'm playing Chrono Trigger and I'm in 65 million BC at this point. It's like this lady's like Ayla there, basically. I mean, this is kind of a distraction for me, I'll be honest with you, but it's a good distraction. I'm just surprised that they're consorting with the Mikote. I didn't really think that was a thing that the Amalja did, but then again, there was a lot I didn't know about the Amalja before coming here. How much time do you have before we want to do coils? About, like, let me finish this summoner quest after finishing this quest, and then we'll go do coils, I think. So, like, 10 minutes, I'm gonna say? I hope Yugman's listening so he knows as well. Yeah, like 10 minutes, we'll say. And then we'll go do it. I'd like to believe I've polished my skills a little bit since heading off to Ishgard there. I don't know that you'd know where Ishgard is, but, you know. I'm gonna grab a snack then. Alright, Espy. See you in a few minutes then. Well, I mean, the Raging God in your case was appropriate to my level at that point, so... I like unleashing my fury. Sure. We'll let the Zealots fear our coming, for they will know a reckoning at my fists. Well, good. Alright. And with that, we've completed this quest for the Brotherhood of Ash, and we are now ingratiated to them, because we now have Beast Tribe quests unlocked for the Brotherhood of Ash. Okay, so we can take our first level of Beast Tribe quest from Fibub Ga. He's got a bit of a different, not as badass sounding name. That's okay. And I can also purchase some things here. Yeah, you bet your ash, it says. Great. I can buy some things from the vendor here. I can get things mended if I need to. And I think you get 10 reputation for each of these. They'll give you 3 a day. But the thing is that like the Ixal quests, if I want to take more than 3, once I unlock the next level of reputation, I can take more than 3. So I can take 6 of these a day and 6 of another beast tribe a day upon unlocking them, and I can just go from there. At least in theory, I think that's how it works. But yeah, so if we go back here, we're neutral with the Amalja currently. You get 150, so that'll take 5 days. That means, probably next week we'll be back into do another quest with them, but they only go up to rank 4 until you've done all of the Beast Tribe quests for A Realm Reborn. Then you can get all of them to Allied, which is like rank 9 or something like that. But I'll worry about those quests later, no big deal.
NBD.
And we can do an exchange here of Steel Amaljak. I've gotten a few other things, like that one coral necklace thing that I got. was for the Sahagins, and then I also got a Titan Steel Shield, which is used with the Kobolds. So I got that, I forget when, but we can get a few things here. We can buy ingots if I need to make things like that from here. We can also buy some dyes and a couple of other things. You can buy the Orchestrion roll for here, which I've heard is pretty good. It seems pretty good from what I'm hearing in the background right now. So, and then there's also stuff we can buy with Gil, if we so choose. We can buy the smithing materials with Gil. Boy, that would have been nice if I did this way back in the day, when I was first leveling Leatherworker, but oh well. Okay, I do need to repair my summoner gear, so let me switch back to summoner since we're going to need it in Ul'dah anyway. Repair my gear with our new friend, and then I think we just need to head back to Ul'dah, right? Yeah, back at the Hall of Flames. Alright, then let's go back that way. But yeah, like I said, this new little thing with, okay, if it's under 300 gil, I'll just pay it. That should save me money. It won't save me as much money as using the Aetheryte tickets, but it'll also save me time, because I won't have to keep going and getting Centurio seals to purchase Aetheryte tickets. So I could purchase them with Allied seals, but I have things to spend my Allied seals on, namely riding maps, and I don't have anything to spend my Centurio seals on currently, so might as well. Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, the people of Ul'dah are probably pretty well sick of the craziness that's going on with the Amalja, and this whole thing with these Amalja is just worse, you know. I think Tristan mentioned Cahaden back in his quest line. I think he's the one that died, right? No, that's right. He was tempered, and then he I mean, that's a fate worse than death. I remember saying that, so. Right, exactly. And I'll bet that drove him crazy, didn't it?
Of course it did.
Yeah. Yeah, he went to some pretty crazy lengths. Some crazy PTSD you got there, Tristan. Okay, cool. Yeah, while Ymitra studies those tomestones, I'm sure she can make use of your hall here or something if need be, but you can keep affairs with Tristan up to date here, Dancing Wolf, and we'll just come back here to work on that. Or we'll go back to Gridania. I don't know where you pick up the quests for this, whether you get them in Gridania or here, but I guess we'll find out after the end of this one. Oh, okay, cool. I will see what I can do about mastering Pain Flare there, Ymitra. Because that's the spell that we get in the process here. She must be going back to Gridania. Alright, let's grab Pain Flare and complete this quest. Sweet. They've learned a new action from the ancient Allag, Pain Flare. It's an AoE attack that uses one Ether Flow, if I recall correctly, so it's pretty good. It does some good damage, helps me burn my Ether Flow stacks for the ability that we'll be getting in the next quest, which is right here. A minor negotiation. Figures, I am a minor, so this is all like coming into play here. Actually, it's not this quest. We get Ruin 3 and Ruin Mastery from this quest, which is still very good. Just not what I thought it was going to be. We'll probably get the ability that I'm thinking of in one of the coming quests, like maybe 58? I forget. We'll have to see. Okay, anyway, Cole, go ahead to the multiplayer chat because we're ready to do coils as long as you are and everybody else is.
You can't tell me that I am not the prime mark of efficiency.
Why?
I finished up 2 Bard quests and got my glamour set while you were working.
Nice. Nice.
It's more less flashy than I'm used to.
Well,
I just need to put it on.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
head over to this
I'm gonna go in the Pugilist Guild and sit down. So. Okay, I'm going to multiplayer chat in a minute.
I just need to get my glamour set.
Okay. So Cole's working on getting his glamour set. I will figure out which class I'm going to use in a moment. SP and Yugman also go to the multiplayer chat because I will be there in just a moment. Okay, let's exit that one. Go to streaming chat there. So Cole, we'll pull you up here. Almost put you in memes there. I mean, it makes sense considering that lens flare meme that you made.
I am a living meme.
SB will bring you in here as well. And whenever you are ready, Yugman, just like I said, head into the multiplayer chat, and I will pull you into stream chat. Ah, there you are. Okay, the gang's all here. I almost just pulled Cole out of stream chat, but the gang's all here.
Oh my goodness, I was so confused because I forgot to tab over, and then I was like, wait, he's just repeating himself, and then it got really unpleasant because you're talking over yourself from 7 seconds ago.
Oh, whoops.
All right. Are you going to make it a cross-world party, or is that like...
What did you feel like doing? Yeah, I don't
feel like
either
playing
way.
This character
Feel like playing this character. Okay, then we can make a crossword
Because Cole is going to be playing a bard anyway.
Right.
And Lindy's thing is being a bard.
Okay.
I can tank or heal or whatever it needs to be.
Okay, sounds good. Let me see. Actually, let me check real quick. Okay, I do. Just checking everybody's inputs to make sure everybody's at a good level.
Yeah, as for what I play, I will also be feeling whatever. If I can... You don't necessarily need a tank for this if it's unsynced.
Mm-hmm.
Most of my clears were done with a bard. When I cleared with my lower level friend, she was a bard. I was a monk, and then our other friend was a red mage.
Oh, okay.
And then for my initial clear, I was on warrior, but I was also like level 50, so I wasn't actually the tank.
I see.
And then it was with a red mage and an astrologian.
Well, I was figuring maybe we could go in with... It depends on what you guys want to do, like, but I was figuring we could go in with basic light party setup, so like a tank, a healer, and 2 DPSs, and that way all roles are
everything
covered.
on my warrior up to T9, so I was just planning on going on warrior and staying in tank stance.
Okay. I can go Scholar then, and then Cole and SB, you guys can DPS, or, you know, if you want to do that, that's cool.
Yeah, sure.
I would like to switch up the classes I'm using as we go, though, at some point, so we'll figure that out as we go. But,
I have every possible... Well, I don't have ranged DPS, but if Cole was going to be doing bard, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm ready to roll.
And
Okay.
I have casters, so...
Let me make a party in the party finder. So we need to recruit members.
Make sure you make it private.
Make it private, right. Form a private party. We'll use the same password we've been using. It's 3590. I will put that in the stream chat as well right now. Let's see here. It's a raid. Turn 1 of coils. I don't really need to make a comment on this, I don't think, because it's just us. So, undersized party I need to check, right?
You don't need to check all that just because it's us and we know what we're doing.
Okay.
I think... Yeah, is that for, like, showing what it is for people who are joining as opposed to,
Yeah, it's under the Duty Finder settings window, so I would assume it's, like, if people are looking at what the stuff is here, then that's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
And we want to recruit members across data center, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's see, it's private party, recruit members. Okay, it should be in private now. It is the only one in private.
All
so
right. I found it.
Okay. Cole, it's in the party finder, so just go over to the private window, and you should be able to jump into that. Party finder has closed due to changes within the party. Oh, okay, it's still there. I thought it was.
Did you realize
Yeah,
the
across
only
private
private
party.
one you said, right?
Yeah, it's in the private one party finder there, Cole.
I'm gonna go as summoner because I figured the least we can do is have a couple of extra party members, and if you have Aos, then I can bring someone along too.
That works, no problem. What'd you say, Cole?
Nothing. I asked what the password.
Oh, yeah, 3590. As usual.
So we probably won't have to do real mechanics up until T5, but the mechanics
okay.
T5 at least, like, you're definitely going to need to do.
Okay.
T5 is for Twintania, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to... Since Cole is level 50, we're going to have to do the really weird mechanic where you have to run in and out back and forth in that little gap.
I can swap off Bard for that one if you want.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't.
it-
Skip the mechanics.
You know, it would be more fun that way for you to experience the absurdity of that mechanic.
I don't remember Twintania at all because I just remember us trying very hard and failing very hard to do 2-man T9.
Oh, jeez.
You really can't.
Yeah, it's literally impossible, which sucks.
It
crazy.
theoretically is possible with 2 people at like level 70, but I didn't have anyone at level 70, so it was impossible.
Oh, okay.
Because one of the mechanics will just randomly kill you if you're not level 70.
Oh, jeez. Now, I need to click undersized party in the duty finder settings for this, right? In order for it to let me in.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
The first week undersized party came out. Me and 2 other friends unsynced Twintania, and that was like a 10-minute fight because we had to do every single mechanic, even though it was still only 3 people.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Okay, now Cole might be interested to know this because there are some notes on undersized parties. Level sync and item level sync are disabled and role requirements are ignored. Defeating enemies will yield no EXP or items. Only certain
because
duties
you
allow
guys are new,
undersized.
We will still get 100 poetics, and we will still get the loot drops.
Okay. So Cole will still get the poetics he needs, so
That's the important thing. I don't care about the XP. I want poetics.
And 100 poetics is pretty good.
I'm capped out on poetics.
Ironworks gear.
I've been
doing
capped
a
out on
lot.
poetics.
Yeah, I try not to do that because I keep trying to do all the old Heavensward relics, and they eat up poetics.
I just don't have any more stuff to buy.
I've been trading in my poetics for level 6 materia because I know I need some, so...
Oh, can you do that?
Yeah, it's if you go into the other menu in Idleshire, it's all the way down to the bottom. They're like 800 a piece, though, so it's like... You can't buy that many, but it's something.
Yeah, you can
know?
buy like... From capped, you can buy like 2, but that's still better than, having no use for them.
They're right, yeah, than sitting on a big stack of them and being like, I got nothing to spend this on.
Can you get non-combat materia from that?
Probably not.
I don't think so. I think non-combat materia is locked off to clear or cracked crystals, I think, which are the ones you get from the Wondrous Tales. So
Yeah, non-combat materia, I've seen crafting materia go for like 70,000 per materia.
Oh, wow.
Here we go.
Well, originally there was literally no way to get crafting materia other than doing the random roulette thing at the beginning of Heavensward.
Oh.
I don't think they started getting more readily available until the Moogle quests thing.
Gotcha.
And then, like, I remember because their quest rewards, I sold, like, because I was doing it day 1 when I first ranked up and got crafting material, I sold it for like 2.5 million. They were going for like ridiculous amounts.
Holy shit. That's more money than I currently have.
Yeah, I was freaking out.
I imagine.
All right.
Okay, let's get this going.
I think... Did you get the Silent Adventurers outfit before the end of patch content? I can't remember.
I think, like, the one you got in Stormblood for the last quest, I think that's like one of the last
Right,
things.
that's what I was thinking because you get the Stormblood thing at the end.
Which sucks because that adventurer's outfit is like one of the best ones in the game.
It's really good. I feel like it's really obviously like supposed to be suited for Dark Knight
Oh.
because
They don't even, like, Tataru doesn't even know what's going on, but then they just make it look super crazy anyways.
alright, they have cutscenes.
Yeah, sorry, we're watching through. Well,
No,
I'm
it's
I'm
okay.
at least watching through all of these, so.
No, it's okay. That's fine.
Okay, so the Alligans created this prison. I think they kind of talked about this a little in the Crystal Towers quest too, when
Yeah.
they were talking about using it as like a big sunbeam thing for the Crystal Tower. So yeah, kind of hard to heal the wounds from an entire moon. I think, Alice say.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to accidentally say Alfie Note a couple of times through this whole thing. But
They
that's
look
okay.
exactly the same. I don't blame you.
They are almost identical. The music for every Coils, by the way, is basically all a remix of Answers, which is the theme that plays during the cutscene at the end.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's the woman's vocals, and basically every song in here is a remix of that, and it's all excellent music. So
Yeah, I'm kind of catching glimpses of it from here. It sounds pretty good.
it's great.
Well, what are we waiting for then, Allie? Say, let's get in there. I'm ready for the danger. I'm level 70. I'm way over leveled for this. It'll be fine.
I've been doing so much PvP, I forgot how Warrior actually played for a second.
Uh-oh. Maybe I should have tanked. No, you'll be fine, I'm sure.
Alright, we good?
Yep.
I'm good. ADS. Great. Now there's going to be ads for the ads, I'm sure.
If you feel like winning 200 frontline matches, you can get it as a mount. That takes a while.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
So originally that used to be the DPS check on whether or not you're actually able to even like fight the boss in this, but
Oh.
Did it explode?
Is this where they started using like enrages and stuff, where if you didn't kill the boss in a certain amount of time, they just murdered you?
kind of.
Kind of.
They didn't get too popular until later, but enrages showed up in other ways rather than just a really long cast bar.
That looks like Bahamut's wing. Yeah. Oh boy. Hey Todd, how's it going? Good music is finally here. Yeah, Primal Timber is pretty swell from what I've heard so far. But yeah, we're heading inside the coils today, Todd, starting our journey out. Unfortunately, I couldn't go through here as Miner. It would make sense considering we're basically spelunking, but I don't think Bahamut would take that too kindly.
You would suffer a horrible, unimaginable fate.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
I wish they'd do more stuff like that, where like the party has to protect you as you mine and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like the quest for Miner in Heavensward there, because it's like I have to mine this stuff, but there are people there that need to protect me. Granted, they haven't shown anything happening, like an instance or something happening where I have to mine while they're doing stuff, but
yeah,
it's
that's kind
still
of what Diadem was, but sadly that was still like a huge failure.
Oh.
I do actually like how it looks with 4 people instead of 8, because I can pick out, you know, oh, there's Jimmy standing right behind me.
Yeah, that way we're not all just like standing on top of each other.
Yeah, because there's me on screen when Alice is talking about the physical form. That's me right behind her.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then to the left is Yugman.
Yep. That's a fancy scythe you got there, Yugman. I want to know where you got that.
I'd pay $4 for it.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, I guess not. Who's that
lot
guy?
of people complain about cash shop stuff. I don't know too much. I do mind the $30 outfits.
Suspicious viewer.
Yeah. Yeah, the $30 for an outfit seems a little excessive to me.
I wonder how it decides who's in which shots.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because in the shots that you just watched, our roles were reversed. So where I was standing in the background, you were standing in the background.
Oh, okay. I wonder if it has to do with like party order.
Maybe.
Like maybe since Yugman's below me, in my case, he's always in that slot there. I don't know. I'm just gonna.
Okay, where are we going? I'm lost.
Yeah, it's very convoluted in here if you don't have the map filled out.
Ah, it's not too bad. I mean, I imagine it's gonna get worse in a minute, but I kind of like it. It makes it feel like you're going into this place that really wasn't meant for people to be here. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where the raid started to show they had story, and as a result, should be done. Even the Return to Evilise had an okay story. Part where Pugs used to be sackful, because why kill the ads? Oh, this is where the speedrun thing happened, right? Where you could just murder everything. I mean, we are, but, you know. And that move that SP's using next to me there is Ruin 3. We'll get that soon enough.
Yeah.
I
also use Death
already, so
Flare.
we can run this with 4 tanks.
I just can't wait until the day comes out where we can run it with 4 non-combat classes or 8 non-combat classes. Just the eye levels are so high. It just doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. If they let us, there's probably some like joke runs you could probably do right now.
I'd do it for sure. I'd come in here on minor. I think you'd need a mixture, though. You'd need, like, a tank, a healer, and then 6 non-combat classes.
Going off what you were saying earlier, that might actually be interesting. Like, make certain materials, like, exclusive to raids that you had to come in here with a non-combat class and just kind of run.
Well, it was kind of like Yugman said, that was sort of what they were trying to do with Diadem, because you could come in there on combat classes or non-combat classes, and there's stuff that you can get for both.
Yeah, you could literally skyfish for pterodactyls. Which was actually a good way to make money in there, so...
That's insane.
That's beautiful.
I have no idea where we're going. I did this like a couple of weeks ago.
I wanted to come over here because it fills out the map. You don't need to come over here.
Yeah, true.
That's a good way to do it.
That's a good reason.
Yeah. I'd like to talk about this, though, because Yugman has 120,000 HP in
oh, okay, watch
Defiance.
God damn it!
Oh, man.
What the hell happened?
How much
between 16 and
HP?
17?
How much HP are you going to get from my regens with Whispering Dawn now, though? Like, Jesus Christ.
Probably a lot. We do have, I think we have automatic echo in here, which gives like plus 25% to like everything.
Oh my god.
So like I think the most I should be at is about like what I'm at right now without Thrill of Battle.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
which is a warrior cooldown that increases your max HP
Okay.
and heals you for the same amount.
Gives you even more HP.
Yep.
Had the tank pull everything, then die away from the group while the group fought. Oh, okay, so kind of similar to how they do it in Praetorium, except, well, the tank does die in Praetorium.
Oh, lost already. Cool.
Caduceus.
Now,
It's
here's
a big
cool
snack.
idea for an arena that they never did again, where you actually have to jump to get up on a platform.
Oh.
But they're like, oh, people didn't like that, so...
Well, I wonder why not. It's not that big of a deal.
Let's try it.
I could barely place my sacred soil there. Jeez. It's fine, but...
Summoning Bahamut in the coils. Bahamut, like...
Yeah. What are you doing here, Bahamut? You're supposed to be at the end of the coils. Oh, they split in two. More Miasma 2 then, for me.
I don't remember where I put it.
Oh, that's cool.
Do I even have Akmorn on my bar?
Oh shit.
What is that?
Oh, yep, there we go. That was over 1,000 damage. Okay, I'm playing a DPS.
Oh, I got hit for 100.
There we go.
Nice.
Well, 10 minutes first round.
Cole's the only one who's probably going to have to do mechanics here if he keeps playing on Bard, though, because he's at a lower level.
I think
that's
I took
okay.
Akmorn off of my bar somehow.
How does... That's not good.
Whatever, not Akmorn. Enkindle Bahamut, which lets him cast Akmorn.
Oh, again, braces
Oh,
are
okay.
striking.
That
Yes.
important, but this subtle distinction.
Cole, I'm just going to pass on these because I think they're all
Yes,
things
sir.
that you would want rather than me for your Bard.
Yeah. I want none of these, so you can have them all.
What that hand gear and headgear stuff makes is the gear that drops from this, but it's a crafted version that's dyeable.
Oh, okay. Huh. That's interesting.
Interesting. Okay, I got my 100 tomestones. I'm pretty sure I'm good now.
Guess what? You'll get 100 of them from each turn.
Oh shit, I'm melting this then. Give me a minute.
He'll be in full ironworks by the time we're done with the coils.
Yeah, let me speed this up a little.
And he'll be on his way to Shire probably, too.
So there's no actual cutscene in between doing any of them except for when you get to the end of them, I believe.
Okay, so when I get to, like, T5, we'll get a cutscene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll have some other stuff to do after that.
Okay.
When we get
Gotcha.
to T3, you'll see why every single raid tier is now 12 instead of 13.
Oh.
So that we would never have anything like T3 again.
Because is T3 the one that's just cutscene?
Yep, it's just like a jumping puzzle.
Oh, okay.
Boing.
It's not. There's no combat in it.
All right.
That's
Well, we
like,
can. I can go into that one on minor. That was the boss that taught you how to heal, Todd? Oh, okay, gotcha. Just the non-circular / square boss rooms can explain all the mechanics we don't have to do. Okay. Sure, Todd, yeah, if you want to. You can explain the mechanics that we're, totally being able to skip over.
Because the first fight's really cool because it's like you have to jump and then it like lights up all the platforms that you have to move off of, but you actually have to go out of your way to like jump up or like fall off of one.
Oh, okay. So that was what we were supposed to do when those platforms were lighting up. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Turn 3 was Super Mario World: The Raid. Oh boy.
Wow, that's funny.
Oh, actually, now I think I don't even know if it gives buttocks, but it's still worth doing probably.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do them all anyway. Speaking of which, we can jump right into turn 2 if you guys are good to go. I could stick with Scholar, or I could switch, whichever you guys are feeling like. I see Cole switch to Red Mage, so.
We're melting this.
I'm sticking with Summoner.
Okay. I will stick with Scholar for now.
It's anti-thematically appropriate.
It's fine. Okay, I'll stick with Scholar for now then. Okay. Turn 2. Wow, we're pretty far down already. We went to 912 yalms already. That's half a mile. Half a malm, excuse me. Have to use the right terminology.
I do like that they're pretty consistent about that, though.
Yeah, me too. It's good. It adds to the world building, I think. So sometimes I get the terminology confused with real life stuff. That's all.
So it's a tethering thing, Todd.
Snake
Yeah,
gets
like
2
originally I think you need, well,
splits to 2.
yeah, you need two tanks.
Both tanks on the snake, or they combine, and if they combine, the snake gets a very heavy attack buff that stacks and quickly gains stacks. That sounds like hell. I'm glad we didn't have to do it.
A lot of bosses that have multiple enemies have a don't let them stand close together or bad stuff happens.
Okay.
You could probably explain this one better than I, but in this fight there's like a strat that people would just get to the last boss fight and then stand there for 5 minutes until like a thing happens.
Oh.
It's very bizarre.
It was a wipe if they combined back in the day. Your tank would typically die in 1 hit after 3. Oh, yuck.
Damn.
I mean, I know that tanks weren't nearly as tanky back in the day, but like that's impressive. Yeah, a bit darker down here, I think.
Just a smidge.
This is the thing where like you have to do it in a certain order, isn't it?
Yeah, but we shouldn't have to do that.
We shall find out.
I forget what the original order was, but...
Alright, time to remember how to play Red Mage, real quick.
Time to remember.
I'm playing Bard too, man.
Yeah, true.
Oh wait, before we go.
Monitoring node.
Alright, let's mount this guy. That's the wrong button.
I still have 2 ether flow from the last dungeon. Have this Whispering Dawn you don't need there, Yugman.
It helps.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, dear God.
What?
So there's 2 ways we can go here.
Oh, okay.
And there's like a certain
I think if you hit the map, you can see the whole place, even though you haven't been through the rooms. But I'm not sure.
I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, looks like 7 rooms. So, oh, I should probably be fighting. Never mind, you guys killed it without me. It's fine.
I find myself more concerned about not keeping my red and white magic even in this dungeon than I am about DPS because they die too quickly.
Like I said, we like to do things out of order here, so this is no exception.
So every time you kill one of these in a certain order, what it does is I think it either removes or adds like a debuff buff to the final boss.
Oh, okay. Huh. I think Todd's explaining it in the chat there. Looks like.
Yeah.
That's a
Mini
wall.
boss is a mechanic, and when you get to the boss, all nodes that aren't dead add their mechanics to the boss, but you're also on a 12-minute timer. Oh, are we? Really?
They are.
We would be. I think we would be if we weren't.
You know, melting
Synced.
everything and an undersized.
Yeah, we're unsynced.
I wonder if this is what high-level people do for fun. They just go off and melt things when they're frustrated.
So whenever I got Wondrous Tales, what I would do is I would just literally solo like almost everything in it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's okay for me. This is good catharsis after having to fight Mahis and Morocco solo earlier today.
Yeah,
So.
you can really feel your
Well, I got hit by
That
two.
was it?
Yep.
Yep.
That
Death
was it.
Flare.
Nice. We'll see that in a little while as well.
Oh dear God! If it was this easy, I don't want to think about what we're gonna do to the last boss of the class.
The last boss will probably actually have to play in the last boss call.
It actually does get harder, and also you can't melt at least some of the bosses.
That's cool with me though.
T9, we're going to have to do. Like, I haven't even looked it up yet, but it should be fine.
Yeah, T9 flat, we do have to do the mechanics or we'll play.
Okay. Yeah, we won't be doing T9 anytime soon. Probably. Well, actually, I won't say anytime soon. It'll probably be this week. I just don't know when exactly. So.
Yeah.
Where's the exit anyway?
Where is the exit?
I don't know where the way out is.
That opened up.
Okay, let's go back to it. Sure, it's right or somewhere.
This looks like back upstairs.
Spread out and search for clues.
Yeah, really. Finding the exit's gonna be harder than fighting the bosses. Yeah. Not in this room. The treasure coffer was down in the boss room, though, right? So let's go down there and see if there's anything near there.
Are you lost?
Found it.
We are totally lost, yes.
Found it.
I got turned around and I had no idea where the exit was.
Give me.
Oh, I just laughed
Sending
at
up smoke
that.
signals.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't see that this opened up.
It's too damn dark in here.
I think the Elegans need a better lighting system. Just the floors being lit up, not exactly helping.
We're such
Okay,
people. We'll just
down we
clone
go.
We'll just clone our kings for the future. What's another way we could be a terrible kingdom? Floor lights. That's it.
Oh boy. Wonder what the Pugilist Guild thinks of the fact that I'm sitting in here. They're like, "What did you do? You're in here on a class that's at capped level. What has happened in the time since we last saw you? Last time we saw you, we were educating you on the way to demolish people, and now you literally could demolish people without touching them."
I may or may not have slayed several gods.
They're probably still significantly stronger a monk than any of them.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, probably.
None of them are actually monks.
Yeah, they're Pugilists, so they don't have all the fancy toys I get.
They don't get elixir field or meditation or whatever other fancy toys you get.
Tornado kick, Brotherhood. I don't have Brotherhood yet. I won't get that till Stormblood, but you know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'll like it when I get it, though.
Crazy ass wings until Stormblood either. I'm Paladin.
Ah, okay. So with the 12-minute timer, you usually only had enough time to kill 3 nodes. Okay, this is where people first learned to Elegant Rot, aka a debuff you had to pass around before it expired, or people all blew up. That's some metal as shit kind of rot.
Like hot potato?
Yeah, really hot potato. Rot potato.
I potato raid mechanics like that.
Once you pass it, you're immune to getting it again for a tiny bit. Oh, okay, I see. Turn 5 is under a permanent nerf. Think like 4 or 5 times global, even managed to kill it pre-nerf. The boss has a permanent slow attached to her now. Oh, so it'll be easier than normal Twintania. Alright. Are we going to stick with these classes for the next turn?
Yeah.
Yep,
You don't need to worry about me. I'll be on the same class the rest of the time.
Okay, sounds good. We are down to 1,233 yalms now. That's over 2/3 of a malm. So let's see where we go. You know what? I'll probably stick to this class for these turns, and then like we get to the later turns. Like if we get to 6 through 9 is the next set. I'll switch, and then I'll switch for the last set as well. Something like that. We'll see. We'll see when we get that far. Let's do turn 3.
We are just shredding through this.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of nice.
Well, there's 13 of them, so you know we gotta.
We gotta catch up to our actually challenging ones. When it gets Bahamut, he's gonna use Death Mega Flare, and we're all just gonna explode.
That's
I mean-
one I can't solo, sadly.
Yeah. I mean, we probably will just... It's probably like Yugman said, we'll probably melt most things until we get to turn 9, and then it'll start getting harder after that, so... I don't think Protect is going to protect you from a fall like that, though, so,
Nah, protagonist powers will, though.
yeah, I guess. You're also high level, nothing should aggro from line of sight, so just explore and have fun. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna get Eos out here just for the hell of it. Oh, Eos was out here. She got lost in all the confusion.
It's okay.
It's okay, though.
So the jumping puzzle starts.
Oh, goody.
Whee!
Oh, there are enemies. I thought there weren't enemies.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can ignore them if you want.
But that's not as fun.
Right. Let's have a little fun while we're here.
So like the way it works is like jump pads like this will have two different ways you can go over here. You just have to align it towards where the ring is pointing.
Let's have a look. Okay, I see. So you gotta line up to the one that the ring is pointing at. Okay. Nice.
And this goes on for a lot longer than you'd think it would.
Oh, I'm not the only one who did that.
What?
I think you moved it.
Oh, you
no,
might have stepped on it and
I
moved
walked
it.
onto the wrong
Whoops.
side.
Me and Nesby just kind of like flew.
It's fine,
Yeah,
you're not
it's
missing
very
much.
easy to get lost in here.
Silent terminal.
Silent terminal.
Did you guys make it back? Okay, cool. So where's this point to this time? Ah, up. Okay. Yeah, don't step on that right one there.
Did you still take fall damage from this?
You don't.
From the launch pads?
You shouldn't take fall damage.
You
Usually,
use, I know at a certain point they just flat removed taking fall damage from dungeons.
Which for some of the Stormblood fights, you would just literally die. In some instances where you fall.
Oh, whoops.
I just wasn't sure how recently that change was made.
I think it just goes for everything, rather than just new stuff.
Right, but I mean like when they put that in the patch.
Oh, okay.
I think that might have been a while ago. I can't remember.
I don't know. I kind of like this. It's like a break almost from the craziness. I know it would have been more crazy if we came here at the actual appropriate eye level, but
And this is where I get confused.
there's a silent terminal over there.
Is it that way?
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't going until I knew I was going the right direction.
I can't use Broil 2 if you keep melting everything,
On
Cole.
one hand, I don't mind this too much now, unsynced.
Jimmy, I got my good hat on. Don't worry about it. We'll just look at everything anyway.
Yeah, it sucked.
Oh, you got a black mage cap. Okay.
I wanted a giant hat on one of my classes.
I mean, you're playing.
You have a
magic.
you have a big hat.
You have to have a big head.
Right.
The bigger your hat, the more powerful of a mage you are.
I mean, I liked the beret, but
Because you store all
that's
the
fine.
magic in there.
Yeah.
At least now if it rains, I won't have to worry about it.
I'm casting on the thing in the back. You can't out DPS me now.
Matter Aurelia.
Gross. I know it had no choice in what it was made up of, but gross.
I would just like to make a point. We are killing the enemies so fast, my insta-cast skills are not fast enough to hit.
That's fine.
I'm not used to things being this easy.
Man, too.
Don't get used to it.
I'm used to getting dropped in every 30 seconds when I'm on DPS.
That's this way.
Is it?
That was wrong.
We went
I thought it
up.
was the rings.
It is, but when like for these ones, they just don't have the rings, so you do kind of just have to guess.
Oh, okay.
Huh. I mean,
Okay, so we did go.
Wouldn't matter though to me, honestly. It just if we get lost, we'll figure our way back. No big deal. Ah. Apparently they still aggro Todd. I'm not really sure. Not that easy to get lost. It's easy to sabotage everyone else. I see. Square Enix used to have this fetish for breaking our legs and reducing us to one, usually before a fight. That sounds like a Pretty kinky fetish.
Be faster, Bahamut.
Leg day, Bahamut. Come on, move your fat ass. He's gonna kill me when I get to summon him. He's gonna be like, "Would you call me again? How about I not Akmorn this round for you?"
You can attack those.
Aha.
Just spam AoEs like I don't know what I'm doing in this class.
I was gonna say, here, friends, have a broil from across the
It'll
way.
work out.
Videos, follow me? Oh, okay, yeah, here she is. Funny thing is, that golem probably has about as much HP as the second boss from Karn.
This one takes a really long time, and not much happens.
And there you
I
go.
see.
That's the whole duty.
Okay
That's
then.
the whole
We didn't
deal.
even have a. What the fuck?
Yep.
Shrug.
Huh. Well, that works. Oh, and it even times how long it took us to complete it, too.
You're speed running the heck out of this.
They were just marching. Why did you attack them? Leave no survivors. I bet you it's even more confusing though for all the the new players in here,
Muted.
the new
Unless
pugilists.
he just hasn't been saying anything.
Jimmy, your mic DC'd again.
God damn it!
Oh.
Hang on.
Give him a minute. He's.
I hate when
Welcome
that
back.
happens. Thank you.
So what is your opinion of that dungeon, since we didn't get to hear it?
I don't know how much you didn't get to hear, but I was surprised that they time how long it took us to complete that. And yeah, I mean it wasn't too bad. I kind of don't mind it, but I mean I guess for some people it might be annoying if you're trying to do all of them quickly, but
Yeah.
it
It's
didn't
weird
take that
because like
long.
there's like it doesn't give you any loot. It doesn't give you like any poetics. It's just a really weird duty to throw in there.
It's,
Yeah,
I mean, it's enjoyable for me right now, but also that's because we don't actually have to like put in that much effort.
Yeah,
I
right.
imagine if you had to, if every encounter with enemies was like a legitimate challenge, it would be a lot less enjoyable.
Right.
Yeah.
I could see that as being like an in-between thing. Like that could have been like the dungeon maybe there and maybe have like slightly less ads and then we get to the bottom and there's a boss, you know, and it's
Yeah.
like a circular
Like I
arena
feel
and you
like
fight
the
a
only
boss.
reason it's there is like, oh, look how far down you guys are going. Which I mean, we did go pretty far down. So.
Yeah.
World
kind of
building is good.
changed. They kind of changed how they do the 8-mans and like whether or not there's content in between them. You're seeing a lot of like this, where they in coils they don't really have it set. In the Heavensward 8-mans, then there's like a lot of the time there's like a little like pull of ads before you get to the boss, and then with the Stormblood 8-mans, then they have pulls that are just an instance that you do alone, and then actually queuing anything you actually queue up for is just a boss fight.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
The savage fights too, even in Heavensward, they just skip it. You just go straight to the boss.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
So over time they've cut down on how much of this like crawling content, like dungeon content you have to do in between. Which I think
Okay.
makes sense. I don't think people are doing this stuff for the ads.
Yeah, I kind of just like the coils does get pretty unique with how it does its ad pulls before the boss later on, which I can appreciate. But it seems like even the normal ad pulls and just the normal Heavensward raids are just kind of there.
Ah, okay.
Not anything interesting.
People almost started a speedrun community for content, or they did and it stayed off the radar. Ah, okay. For this sort of stuff, okay. So because it unsyncs stuff at times you. Okay, I see. That was the in-between, was the break between clearing T2 and starting T4. Oh, okay, so is this T4 going to be like just a boss then, maybe? I guess we could find out. Let's go right now.
Let's see.
Let's go see right now.
I was confused because you didn't click on the join button on your screen, but it went up on mine because delays.
Right, yeah.
I will say this is the fight people used to probably still farm tank mounts on.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Where if
Does
you
it drop
complete
it?
a high-end duty enough times as a tank, you just get a mount through an achievement.
The tank you paladin Dark Knight warrior.
Yeah. This is what I
Oh,
got there.
okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
So you actually have to click this thing back here.
Oh, that's like the move left in this side scroller where you only move right thing.
Yep, they literally put it behind you.
We are almost 1 Malm down. I think it's like, if it's 1-to-1 with yards to miles in real life, it's like 1770 yards, I think, is a mile in real life. Don't quote me on that. I could be thinking of meters, but...
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe a
I'll go
meter is
left.
Slightly longer than a yard.
Let's see if I can pull them all together.
Oh, they're all after me now. Okay. I was hoping that not all of them would come after me and we could, like, split the room, basically, but this works. Oh, so this is where these guys were first in the game. We thought Heavensward was where these guys first showed up, but nope.
Nope.
I mean, granted, where they actually first showed up was Final Fantasy 13, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Ah, where did you come from?
Oh, he's just kind of there.
I wasn't looking.
Yeah, look, Final Fantasy 12 mimics, exactly, yeah. I always liked the mimic design, though, in Final Fantasy 12. It was very interesting, you know what I mean? It was an interesting take on the treasure chest mimic, so it wasn't just like a, here's a box with a shadowy thing inside. No, it's the actual treasure coffer has this thing inside of it. So, or rather, it is the treasure coffer, so.
Yeah, 14 is just a treasure coffer, at least in the palace. Which I think I like those kind of mimics the most.
Oh, you know, I do have Shadow Flare. I could use that at some point.
It's okay. I've only been somewhat using Miasma 2 myself, so I'm not
haven't been
exactly.
using my dots at all because they die too quick.
Yeah.
Then there we go.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. What the fuck?
A lot of just ad fights.
It's gonna go from like, we're melting this dungeon to, oh dear God, I need healing. In like a
Yeah.
single
Next one.
Theoretically, that's next. That's this next.
Ooh.
Oh boy, we actually have to do things now.
Heavy Allegan gear. I think that sells for pretty good in the market.
How many tomestones you got now, Cole? Can you go get another piece of ironworks?
I don't know. I was gonna wait till we were done with coils to go check that.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say,
Well,
make sure you
once
double
now.
check so you don't like overflow. You know what I mean? Like,
We
don't
take
cap
those.
on tomestones, basically.
Nah, definitely not.
And then,
So the stuff that drops in there used to sell for a lot in 2.0. We'd get an 8-man party from my free company, and then whoever got that drop would just give to me. I would sell it, and then I'd put it in the free company chest to save up for like a large house.
oh,
It was like
okay,
100K per run.
nice.
It's misty out.
I know that some of the like Dreadworm stuff later on from the coils, I think that still sells for a pretty penny.
Yeah, that is. People really like that glamour.
The Dreadworm stuff looks amazing on Summoner.
It looks pretty cool and everything.
Okay, not saying anything for this one. Okay, I'd like everyone to follow Todd's suit, since I think this is this next turn just the boss, or
It
is
is
there?
just the
Yeah.
boss.
Just
this
the boss.
time.
Okay, so we'll do the same thing we do for normal trials,
Or
where
there is-
no mechanic talking until we wipe the first time. Okay.
If there is
If
a
we
boss,
wipe the first time.
if there
Like,
is a
I'll just
non-boss
say
part of
they
it, I don't
can't
remember what it
do aggro
is.
combo.
Oh, okay.
They're like, unlike other fights, there are mechanics that you're not going to understand unless explained. But yeah, we can just do it normal.
Okay, yeah, so like I said, we'll if we have to get it explained, we'll just, worst comes to worst, we'll wipe first, or a couple of us will spend time in the floor while a couple of us know what they're doing, so.
No, if you guys die, I'll just jump out
Mm.
because I'd rather you clear it. Know what's going on.
I mean, I can res, and I probably will be harder to kill.
True, and if Cole stays red mage, he can res, so we'll we'll have 3
damn.
reses.
Wait, do I have a raise yet?
Do you have
No,
a
you
raise
don't.
yet? No?
No, I don't.
Okay, what is it, 66?
Let me check right now. It's gonna be 62 just to screw with me. 64.
64, okay. So it's not that far off.
I get Jolt 2 in a level. Woo.
Nice. You won't get it from this, but we'll work on it. I think what we'll do then is we'll try to do so we'll do these 5 turns today. We'll stream tomorrow. We'll try to do the next turns tomorrow. I don't know if we can get through all of them, but ideally we can get through turns 6 through 9. Maybe
We
tomorrow?
can get through. if you dedicated the entire next stream to it, you could probably finish the coils today.
Mm-hmm. I want to kind of split them a little bit though. Like I don't want to just do this through
Yeah.
the whole thing. You know what I mean? So like we could do this and then do the quest at the end of this one, unlock the next coils set, and be good. Maybe I can do another summoner quest after this for the rest of this stream. But I think what I'd like to do, because I feel like 10 through 12 might take a little bit more doing than these. So and then 13 can be like its own thing. Like we can save that boss fight because I know on Saturday when I'm streaming you won't be available, SB. So if we take 3 days to get to 13, I don't want to be like, well, let's go fight Bahamut when you're not here. So
yeah,
you know.
Thank you.
Yeah. we need the whole party here. So okay, I'm
Bahamut
going to
is
click
that
join.
much of a threat. We will just bring the entire party.
Okay, turn 5. Here we go.
This is the first boss. I would highly recommend focus targeting, because it lets you see his cast bar when you're not looking at him.
Cole, do you know how to focus target?
Yeah.
Okay. I forget where I put my focus target bar, but I do know how to do it. So.
That's unfortunate because I actually don't know what that means.
Oh.
Is that just having its casting bar on your?
I don't know what command it is. It'd probably be like left or right click or something.
See, yeah, like when I target an enemy, I just right click on them and click focus target, and that
okay.
puts it up on your screen separate from the actual bar.
And it lets you see his health bar, and it lets you see his
Actually,
cast bar.
if Cole is on a caster, I should just switch to Garuda.
Yeah, contagion would help in this case, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that looked like it hurt a little.
So this whole arena is just his hand.
Oh.
Bahamut is a large boy.
Well, they trapped him in a moon, so...
And the moon was like almost his size.
Todd says thinks it's Control F on keyboard. What's the muscle memory did? Ah, okay. Focus target really became a thing with this boss. I will make sure I do it. That's because it is a finger, Ali's saying. It is a finger.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, that's a little terrifying.
I would just like to... You want to know what's even more terrifying?
What?
We're 1,900 yalms down. We're only just now seeing hands.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the wings were at the very top.
That means we probably already passed his head, huh?
It was probably in the background of one of the coils. We just weren't paying attention.
I feel like I'm like in Dante's Inferno, like, and you're getting to the 9th circle, and you can just see Satan like crucified in the middle of the ice lake, and you're just like climbing down him.
I mean, we may as well be going down to the
That's
Inferno at this point.
that's pretty appropriate, actually.
Yeah, considering what we're climbing down.
Damn it.
This arena used to be a lot more rocky and bumpy because it's a hand. But then people would exploit some parts of the map that had like indents or really high up areas to just where the boss couldn't hit them, and then they just cheese it out.
Oh, okay. Oh,
This
you guys are
fight
down here.
got many nerves.
Let's see what waits for us on Bahamut's hand. Just remember, you've traveled around 1,400 yalms since those winds. Yeah, I bet you most of that was in... Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say most of that was in turn 3, but we've traveled pretty far regardless, so...
Huh?
Oh, I've seen... This is a mount, isn't it? You can get this mount probably from this fight, so I've seen a couple people using it.
You actually get it by recruiting 3 friends to playing the game, which is very bizarre.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have my focus target bar down here, so... I hope this Whispering Dawn hits you, I'm not really sure. It didn't look like it. Well, hang on. Yeah, considering how big Twintania is, I'm gonna have to zoom way out or use my focus bar there.
Yeah. Oh, dear God. This is a big boy.
I have a trapezohedron over my head. Ouch.
Used to be a lot of moving in this fight.
Oop.
There he goes.
No, my death flare. Timed out.
I'm just glad I'm not on Monk, because I'd be like, my stacks!
Oh, goodbye.
Hello, Link. I was just standing in the sacred soil in case they started dive bombing me.
Oh, goodbye.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was 30,000 damage.
Oh.
Did that swift cast hit you, Cole? Okay, there it goes. Yeah, that dive bomb probably is a one hit regardless.
Well, for you guys.
Oh, for us, okay.
Well, the dive bomb maybe, but the outside, if you touch the outside of the arena, I think that's just enough to kill you.
Oh, is it?
Oh.
Okay, note to self, don't touch the outside of the arena.
Yeah, probably a
I
good
towards him when he
idea.
attempts to dive bomb me, so it sends me off less distance.
If you have the marker over your head, that means he's gonna shoot you, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where he went.
I have no marker.
So this is one of those instances where it's supposed to take us longer to kill the ads. So it takes.
Oh, I have a marker now.
Stan,
Ah! That was
I
close.
think
That was really
I think
close.
it's a snapshot thing where if you keep moving. Oh,
I
I got him.
Oh,
I'm having a bad day.
I can see that. I was just gonna say I can resurrect you, but I guess somebody else got
I'm
you.
okay.
I did.
Ah, okay.
I got him.
Because the thing mechanics and instant kill is hard for to learn.
Stay in the center.
Center, got it.
Double physic, even though mine healed for 800. You have to have some. You have to be standing on this at a certain point, don't you?
Maybe.
Perhaps.
He's gonna
Well, while we're all
in a
here.
hot minute.
I don't know if that's necessary or if it's gonna run out before we need it, but
Yeah, you're just not supposed to kill the ads that quickly.
well,
It's really supposed to take a while.
take 5, everybody. I would use the sit emote, but as soon as I do, Twintani is gonna come down like, "What's up, motherfucker?"
Well, you can do that, and then we'll get to start fighting again.
That
Yeah.
was the mechanic where I was like, there is a very convoluted way you can do that.
Oh, okay. Wow! Etheric profusion.
That was a large kaboom.
There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
And I'm pretty sure there would have been oh
Who wants to LB?
Oh, yeah, I guess we'll just skip that.
Yeah.
no.
Did you get hit into the side again?
No. I felt like that hurt because that explosion sounded like something that would just knock off a quarter of my
Oh
HP.
no, that was me. That was Akmorn. But it was my Akmorn, as opposed to Bahamut.
Nice. Well, that takes care of the first 5 turns of the Binding Coil of Bahamut.
We didn't even have that much trouble.
I was going to
Yeah,
say
I thought
speak
it-
for
I thought
yourself,
we'd at least
but
get the Twister.
Elegant pistol. Of course, it's
So,
a machinist weapon.
the reason
That's a cool looking gun.
I want to see
I'll
what this
pass
looks
on
like.
that so you can have said gun.
So the reason I
is a
recommended
cool looking gun.
Focus Target is because he does a cast called Twister, and when that goes off, you're supposed to start moving because once the cast ends, it drops a tornado on every single person, and if
Oh.
you're not moving, it
I don't
will
remember where to go.
fire at anything.
Oh,
Like,
Oh, down here. I think.
could be.
well,
down
actually, okay. Before we leave the arena, let me show you something.
Okay, sure. Hang on, let me get back up.
So, I forget exactly where it was. I think it was over. Is in one of these creases. So for that dive bomb, I don't think it was exactly this one, but for that dive bomb, the whole party would like stack right here, and when someone would get marked, the whole party would run back out, wait for it to dive, and then go back into the little crease here, wait for the mark, run all the way out, and they would just do that over and over again until it was
Oh, that's petty. I like it.
That's tricky.
415 tombstones.
She drops a bunch of flame puddles at the start. The tank's supposed to like constantly be moving her. That weird mark you got over your head at the beginning, I think you're supposed to stack into the boss with that.
Oh,
Then another player will be like trapped inside of this like prison or whatever. Then you have to break them out.
huh.
Oh, on the subject of prisons or areas. Oh shit, we're in a unique.
Oh
area.
yeah, that's right. You get
Oh.
you get transported somewhere.
Oh yeah, this is my first time doing that on this character.
Oh, okay. Kind of looks like the inside of the Ragnarok from Final Fantasy VIII, actually.
Oh, no music. That makes this a little unsettling.
I've seen that area.
Just be glad that those crazy xenomorph monsters from 8 aren't in this area, Cole. Otherwise, you and me would be having a little trouble.
No, they might.
The both of us could handle it.
Probably, actually, because you have to kill them in a certain order in 8. You have to kill... I think you have to kill matching colors. So, like, you have to kill a red and a red so that they both die. And then you kill a purple and a purple so they both die. But if you kill, like, say, a yellow and a green, they both come back to life. So...
Interesting.
I don't think there's a mechanic like that in 14.
Not yet. Maybe when we go in space.
At this point, I don't think that's too far-fetched anymore. I think we're running out of places to go.
Just like the Alligans have an actual, literal orbiting space station.
I wouldn't be shocked with the Alligans.
I mean,
the Alligans are on the moon or something.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair,
The
as
actual
of... We haven't actually gone to Garlemald yet.
True.
So, that's a good start.
True.
Shadowbringer's plot is literally just the Imperials have a literal space station that has a weapon of mass destruction on it. Find a way to go to space and stop them.
They would have
mean,
absolutely used
that's
that.
kind of what Meteor was.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. Where do you have to go for the quest? I can't remember.
If you have to report back to the Storm person, it's in Wineport in Eastern Lunasia, I think.
Do you have to go back to them?
I'm not sure. I'm still in the
Right.
cutscene, but we'll see.
I'll try that. Because it dumps you out in Thanalan.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I guess they would want to exploit something like this, wouldn't they? Well, it was probably from their own doing, Ellie say. That's usually how these advanced civilizations kill themselves, is they go too far with the tech, and then they just end up getting killed, so... Took you 120 freaking attempts at this fight to get your first clear back in the day, Todd? Oh my god.
Yeah, this fight was really, really ridiculous back then. Like,
Yeah.
it went through so many nerfs.
We are back online. Welcome to Murder.exe. How would you like to die today?
Oh, you do have to go to Vesper Bay. That's what I thought. It just didn't show us.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
I'm just surprised by the sheer amount of attempts, Todd. I'm not shocked by the potential for your oh, there's his head. What do they do? Rip it off the rest of his body? Good lord. Yeah, I couldn't really be concerned with the good or the bad or the in-between, Todd. I was just surprised that it took 120 attempts.
I think everyone was bad back then.
And if you notice, up until now, Alice has made it pretty clear that a destroyed should not have a leave behind a corpse, which is apparently what's happened to Bahamut.
Yeah, that's...
This bitch should not still be here. That's just not right.
I would guess. I mean, I've never seen anything like this, so... Oh, we as in the community were bad back. Okay, I see. I see what you mean. Well, not necessarily for naught. I mean, it depends on how alive you count a severed head and a heart for Bahamut to be. Okay, fair enough. How do we get out from here, though, exactly? I mean, I know we've teleported out, but... What do you see, Allie say? Oh, it's that weird elf guy again. Elizin guy. That does kind of look like Louis Sois, doesn't it?
It does.
Probably on purpose. Who's that person up in the foreground there? Or up in the background? Raider fatigue would end attempts. People got tired. They screwed up more as a result. We'd have the first freaking phases down pat, then we wiped the twisters in phase 4. Oh, yeah. I get that, Todd. Yeah. Are you sure it's not just a figment of your imagination down there? I mean, I saw it too, but Bahamut could be messing with our head considering how close we are to him. I mean, he's dead, but that doesn't mean he can't have influence over our thoughts.
Well, he can't have influence over your thoughts.
Yeah, not mine, yeah.
That's the point.
I can imagine it sucked, Todd. Yeah, it's definitely sounds like it wasn't the best time. That's for sure. Okay. So the fortress is lost, we must withdraw. Is that the idea here? Can I jump down here? No, I cannot. Cole, I checked for you. You can't jump down there.
Oh.
As much as you want to go and pet Bahamut, you can't.
That depends on what your definition of
Oh,
is.
that's funny. Not what you said. If you do like the next quest to unlock second coil, then
I figured it
something you
was
said
me.
earlier is funny. Yeah, something you said earlier would be funny.
Oh, okay.
It's funny to me now because it was on the nose.
Oh, okay. Improved by leaps and bounds as players compared to back then, and not just with gear. Yeah, I could imagine. I mean, you know, if you stick with the game for that long, I can imagine that just from the practice alone, you'd get really, really good.
Well, healers just didn't even DPS back then.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, that because you couldn't really afford to in a lot of cases, but nowadays we pump out some pretty good DPS. Not incredible, but
them changing how healers DPS is probably the best thing they've ever done in this game. Is because before I used to hate switching in and out of cleric stance, so I would just solo heal savage content.
That's right, because cleric stance used to work differently, where it wasn't just a straight damage buff. It switched your intelligence and mind stat, so you couldn't heal, but you could DPS, and then you switch and you could heal again.
And I used to hate that with a burning passion.
Yeah, it sounds like a big pain in the ass.
It does. Yeah, I left the party because we're not gonna keep going. So
yeah, we're done with coils for tonight. So
Damn, we didn't get to the hard ones.
we will.
We'll
Don't
probably
worry.
have that with T9 because I cleared that fight, but that was after 2.0, so I actually have no idea how you're supposed to do it.
Okay, we'll figure it out together. Okay, so we have to go back to the Waking Sands in order to see what's up. Well, I'm glad you got answers, although it's left me personally with more questions. So, okay, so we got to go back to the Waking Sands to see what we can do. Cole, your Onion Knight is here, but you are not. Oh, there you are.
Yes.
Where did it kick us out at? Northern Thanalin. Wow. Oh, okay, so that's why this area is called Dalamud's Talons. Okay, I see. Still, we went quite a ways considering.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's see. We need to go to Horizon, which is right there. Back then, a lot of players had paired comp ideas. Scholars would heal paladins because shields and cooldown synergize. White mages healed warriors because burst healing. If you had a bard, you brought a dragoon for disembowel. Composition was key back then, not as much now. Grateful for that. Yeah, it's hard to do good party composition when you don't necessarily know what you're getting. If you do stuff in the duty finder, you know what I mean. So
Real meta didn't start to take off until Ninja came out.
Okay. And Ninja was 2.3, I think. Call, I'm disbanding the party, by the way.
You sure it's probably 2.2 or 2.3?
Yeah. I'm just judging based on when Yugiri was introduced, so.
yeah, now comp still matters in Savage content, but like really it's just a matter of playing your strategy around who you have rather than just you have to have one thing or other.
Right.
Well, it doesn't matter too much like you need this class if you have this class. What kind of does matter is you need like one melee and one ranged DPS and one caster, then the third one is kind of whatever.
It does.
Okay.
At the very least, you like absolutely can't have like 2 bards or 2 dragoons.
I know that in Uwu you can't clear unless you have a caster DPS.
Yeah.
At least one, and plus the tank and the healers, but you'll already have those. But you do need one caster DPS because there's a thing where you need to caster limit break.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a mechanic where you need a heal break, then a caster break, then a break for tanks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I remember you talking about that at one point, yeah.
Yeah.
2.4 and ninjas were replacing monks because monks only had mantra, ninjas had goad. Oh, so goad was actually important back then. Okay.
Okay, goad
Yeah.
really
Role actions were originally just on certain classes.
Okay. Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah, because when I did the free trial when Heavensward was out, you had to level up 2 classes or something like that in order to get your job, if I remember right. Like you had to. I forget how it worked exactly. There was like you had to level up Archer and another class in order to gain access to Bard or something like that. But
Yeah.
I forget how that worked.
Yeah, that was about right.
I don't know why I'm going into the solar like I'm going to go talk to Minfilia. She's not exactly there right now. She's in a different kind of solar right now. Little cut off from the rest of the world, I think.
God damn it.
Okay, cool. Let's see what Urian J has to say about all this. It's gone. It was a good change. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe it encouraged you to try classes you didn't want to, maybe, or didn't necessarily feel like you needed to, but I don't know. It feels like excessive to me, to have to level up 2 separate classes to converge them in one.
I'd also argue that making you play classes you don't otherwise want to play is not inherently a good.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, I did the best I could, Ariane J, so, Yeah, let's close the book on the first 5 turns and see what we can figure out about this. Oh, and he has a report, as always. Let's see what he has to report. Oh, really? Well, we weren't anywhere near Cartano, were we? Yeah, I guess it had to have been Bahamut. It was good at the start, but then when you had no choice but to level something just for a cross-class, yeah, I can see how that would be a little bit problematic.
Thaumaturge to 26 for Swift Cast.
And you couldn't get it anywhere else, huh?
Yep.
That's a pain. I mean, I wouldn't mind leveling Thaumaturge. It seems like a pretty cool class. It's in Black Mage by extension, but just for that, I don't know if I'd do it just for that.
Back then, 26 levels was a lot more than it is now. Because
yeah, that's halfway to the cap at that point, really. So.
Yep.
Yeah, it took us from Lanasia all the way over to Northern Thanalan. That's an incredible distance. Yeah. If I remember right, it's across like a channel of water, basically, because Gridania and Thanalan are on the continent, and then Lanasia is on an island.
Like a whole ocean.
Yeah, and there's like a big gap of water between the two. I mean, it makes sense. Bahamut was the size of a moon, but like, holy cow. There's some broad shoulders you got there, Bahamut.
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. He's got broad shoulders. See his beer belly.
Oh, jeez.
We're gonna get to coil 10 and we're still gonna be like just now getting to his belly.
Probably.
Yeah, for some reason he has an incredibly puffed out chest. Is what I mean.
I mean, he is full of himself, so.
Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah, we can't let that happen. So I think we need to go back in there and just kill the heart, probably. Let me use Final Heaven on it. It'll go away pretty quick. The question, of course, Alice, is why? Why does Bahamut still live? And I mean, not that I'm not glad that your grandfather still lives. It's just by extension, why does he still live when he was supposed to be the one that died to protect all of us from Bahamut, Maybe we'll find out. Yeah, he was there, and I mean, I'm not able to be influenced by a primal, so it couldn't have been a trick from Bahamut. Okay, so that's where we'll find the other turns. We have to go down into wherever the other fragments of Dalamud hit. And that will get us the other turns. Yeah, for sure. Everyone's going to need to be ready to fight Bahamut if need be. Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. I guess if Alfinode works on it on his end. I'm sure Urian J will keep him in the loop. Yeah, I'm gonna help you work on things with Bahamut because we can't let him just think he can get away with being alive.
Up.
Yeah, that too. Okay, so that takes care of the first 5 turns. Let's unlock the next ones, and then we will go find something else to do. I do need to unlock one more Beast Tribe quest today. I need to figure out which one I want to go do besides the, what's it called? Besides the Amalja. Let's see, Primal Nature and another turn in the coil. So another turn in the coil is the next quest. Which one is Primal Nature? That is... Huh.
It's probably the EX ones.
Oh yeah, that could be the 3 EX for the 3 main story ones, yeah, because this is Malgamog, this is Leviathan, this is Shiva, and Ramuz and Gridania, so yeah, that's probably Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan. Fair enough. We'll worry about that later if we decide to do it.
I'm running a dungeon on this character, and I'm like, I don't remember how to play mage, apparently.
Oh, oops.
I feel so dumb, like...
Just tell him you're rusty because you just started playing that character again. Oh, okay.
I actually said exactly that. I said, frick, I'm rusty.
The way I've heard somebody describe Black Mage is as follows. Fire 4.
Yeah.
That's it.
With the occasional blizzard.
Pretty much everything you are trying to do is based on how can I maximize the number of times I'm able to use fire.
Yeah, now imagine every time you wanted to unlock the latest EX Primal, you had to come back here. I can imagine that would be a little annoying. Had no choice to come back to the Waking Sands. Yes, where there's no direct teleport. You had to go across the, what is it, the footfalls every single time. I can imagine.
You also had to do them in order.
Yeah, that's right. Because they probably didn't just unlock like this at the time.
It was a while before they added that.
Urian J, I don't know exactly what you're saying, but I think it has something to do with Alice finding another coil to go through. Coupled with the story, we hated the Waking Sands. Yeah, it is a little out of the way, isn't it? Guess we could be glad that they got the Rising Stones eventually, where there's a teleport crystal right outside.
Literally right next to it.
That was probably done by design, though, because the developers were like, well, nobody likes having to walk all the way over from the horizon, so maybe we should fix that. Okay, so what's the sit rep there, Alice? Right. Yeah, his severed head and heart, which is a little grotesque.
Disturbing.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, would you do any less to keep Bahamut sealed? I'd hack his head off.
I mean, sure, but who hacked his head off? It's only been 5 years.
This boss sucks because he goes intargetable for a really long time.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Figures we're doing the summoner quests and the Sons of St.
My Enochian stacks. On the plus side, I actually have a thing that lets me, like, not need Enochian.
You know, I've noticed that I have a tendency of picking out classes that would otherwise be considered simple.
Yeah, the plus side is I do have an effect that lets me ignore Enochian.
Oh.
Or it lets me keep myself from dropping my stack, which is important.
I see.
I don't have any classes that really use stacks. The only thing I need to worry about on Bard is if my dots are up and if I still have my crit buff.
True.
For now. I'm not sure about nonsense later on, though.
Yeah, pretty much from what I heard, all Bard is just blood letter procs.
Until, you know, Shadowbringers takes out TP.
We're supposed to be getting a live letter soon that they're finally going to explain what's going on with that.
Yeah, that'll be...
So.
Honestly, don't know what to expect.
It'll be good to get that info, though, because it'll kind of give us an idea of, like, okay, this is how each of these classes will play post-TP being gone.
Yeah.
So
It's going to be interesting because, like, my thing with Bard is, like, we don't use MP when we're playing Bard unless you're just using foes. That's the only thing that really uses TP. And it's only a 3% damage boost, so I can't imagine they would link all of Bard's skills to MP when you have foes. I'm just like, oh, hey, how much are you willing to pay for a 3% damage boost? Unless they buff
I think
foes.
the thing that I was told, which seems like the most likely explanation, is that they're just going to remove the TP for weapon skills.
Yeah, which is probably, I mean, for the best.
And so everything will cost mana, but a lot of the classes that use TP, they use weapon skills anyway, basically don't... There doesn't really need to be any overlap. Mana can just be for abilities, and then weapon skills aren't really negatively affected.
But I don't see them making too much of a crazy change, because, like, changing it too much would put a lot of people off on having to, like, you know, learn a class again or something like that.
Right.
So
I don't know. I feel like they'd kind of have to. Well, maybe not so much. I'm thinking that they might have to balance that somewhat, because it's like, if you're playing a class that uses MP, you have to use MP management in some way, whereas if you're playing a class that's, say, a melee DPS, you don't have to manage anything, essentially, unless you have stacks. So does that mean they're going to nerf some of the physical skills because they require no cost, or...
I don't think I think the thing is that the TP cost is, like, kind of arbitrary. It doesn't really make much of a difference. You almost are never going to run out of TP unless you're, like, spamming your AoE attacks.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
even if you do,
but having, like, half the DPS not have to micromanage,
And, like,
a type of, like, TP.
A lot of the-
all casters have to manage MP, though. Like, a lot of people would probably be kind of mad about that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
well, I think the thing with that is, in that regard, is, like,
Like,
we know that they're probably going to end up changing either a little or a lot in that regard, because they want to make sure, because from what I understand from 14, they don't really make things completely unfair on their players, because, you know, this game's actually, you know, developed.
They're really good at balancing stuff.
And there's no real problem in the community in terms of, like, the meta and some such for late game things. You can pretty much take anything into end game content and do fine.
Well, I think I said it before. It's like all the classes are balanced. You can take pretty much anything in there, but because it's an MMO, people will always be like, "Oh, well, this does 1% more damage, so this is meta. Don't bring that other thing." But when it's only 1%, like you can bring anything. It doesn't matter.
Right.
I will say this, though. I do genuinely hope they rework Machinist so it's a little bit more on par with Bard, because Bard has so much party support. It's ridiculous.
So there was a leak on a bunch of skills they were taking out of the game to kind of make way for Shadowbringers, which I don't know what was true. But on that leak, I don't remember them really taking out anything for Machinist or Bard, so I really don't know what they're going to do with that.
Well, if the leak is true, there might be more mechanical changes than ability changes.
True, because I mean, they're still going to be adding probably at least 5 skills.
please stop pulling enemies slightly further ahead out of my casting range. I will cry.
On Red Mage, it was weird. I had to stand still and attack. I've been playing Bard too much.
Yeah.
You can't get, like, used to that. Like, with caster DPSs, it's like, oh, I need to stand still and do all my damage. And then Bard's just like, oh, hey, I'm in an AoE. Okay, I'm just going to keep DPSing. Let me just push left.
No, that one raid tier where I played Machinist, it was so fun, because some fights were just actual bullet hells.
Said before, hyper-optimization is a lawless, merciless wasteland.
I don't understand why people hyper-optimize anything outside of equipment, because equipment, it can matter, especially with, like, big cleaves, raid wides. But, like, why would you micromanage a class?
Well, because there's also...
It does.
Oh, there's a raid.
It actually does matter whether or not you have who you have in your party, but only in so much as how it affects what your strategy is.
Because there are some Savage fights where if you push just 1% more DPS, you will skip an entire phase, or just a mechanic.
Or get it in before they enrage.
Yeah.
Like, I know that in some of the Savage content my friend has been progging on, it legitimately matters what class the tank is playing, because it affects what strategy they can use. Any tank can do it, but only certain tanks can do certain things. Like, there was an effect where, like, there's a mechanic that, like, the warrior can do a certain thing that other tanks can't, where they use decimate. And because it lets them kill 2 of a certain like ad that spawns at once. And then for a different thing, the Dark Knight can do a thing that the other tanks can't, where they eat like a couple million damage unmitigated.
That's
that normally
right,
has to
yeah.
be split between the party.
Yeah, I remember you
Because
saying
Dark Knight
that.
has the best self-mitigation.
Right.
And Warrior is the only one that has the AoE damage to take down those 2 things by themselves.
Okay.
So it
That
does
makes sense.
matter. It just doesn't matter in the same way as like in League of Legends, where if you have a certain champion on your team, it could be bad because this champion just sucks.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
there
there's
isn't a
nothing like
huge
that.
tier to it.
Yeah.
It's kind
There's
of
He's like
also like the parse community where like there's a add-on or whatever that just tells you your DPS in a fight, and then you can upload your DPS to like a website and see where you're ranked, if you're number 1 or if you're in the top 10. And a lot of people want to be in that top 10 or top percentile, so they're like, well, the only way I can be in the top 10 is if I have this class, this tank, and this healer to
Oh.
like, you know,
Oh,
help
jeez.
buff me.
I mean, I could understand if you hyper optimizing like that, especially if you want to get into that point, but like there comes a point where it's just like ridiculous
I'm in the wrong place.
about the scrutiny people will go with hyper optimization and that kind of thing, because like the Savage content, I understand you want that thing dead as soon as humanly possible. Savage content has more one-shots than anything else in the game. Optimize that I understand, but seriously, if you're gonna get petty about me just like not playing something optimally in a roulette,
Yeah, in
that's
the
a daily
duty
thing
finder.
while I'm raising the class, like what the fuck?
You get people like that in like a roulette, or you get someone like that in like an EX fight, just kick that guy. Like, they're out of their minds. They just want to complain about something.
Yeah. Yeah, it
I
just
mean,
it
I
just
know
seems
eventually
petty.
when me and Jimmy do
really.
Omega Escape way later on, I'm probably going to min-max the class I'm bringing into that, because I don't want to take a single chance with that.
Even if you go in unsync at level 80, it'll probably still be pretty rough.
Yeah, that I'm thinking what we'll do is when we're done with the Stormblood content, we'll be going and doing Alexander. So we'll do everything like a full expansion after
Yeah.
the one you're supposed to do it in, and we'll just do it unsynced. So we'll see how that all goes, but I'll see when we get that far. I was in the wrong spot there. To give a quick catch up there, we have to go to Fulgrid Float because the next coil appears to be in the North Shroud, and it appears that the Elegans were able to simulate prayer for keeping Bahamut alive all this time. That's quite an invention. So while we're here in the Shroud, I'm going to pick up the Sylph Beast Tribe quests, and we'll do that off screen along with the Amalja. We'll worry about the Kobolds and the Sahagins at a later date.
I love that whole top part of East Shroud that's like weird spooky forest.
Yeah. So let's do these couple. We'll unlock the next thing of coils, and then next time we will probably do another summoner quest. It'll be tomorrow, so I won't be nearly to the point where I can actually start doing stuff for the Amalja or the Sylphs for their Beast Tribe quests yet. But
I'm really confident my healer hates me because I've just started doing the Black Mage stand in place and let the AoEs hit me thing.
oh, oops.
I mean, I haven't died, so it's fine.
Yeah.
A lot of EX fights, it's very commonplace for black mages to just stand in AoEs, and I don't even get mad at them anymore. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Like, they actually have to go and learn, like, okay, what AoE can I stand in and not get one shot? All right, I'll stand.
Right. Oh, this guy will play Triple Triad with me. Did we ever play him? I forget what we're going to play him now. See if
I really hope they do more Triple Triad in the future.
Yeah, it didn't seem like there were that many. Well, there were a few NPCs, but only like one or two in an area in Heavensward.
Oh,
So-
you can just cast her
There's
LP
a
then.
There's a lot you can fight now, but you can like I was really hoping there'd be a point where you can use all 4 stars and then 1 5-star, but we're still at all 3 stars and like 1 5-star.
Yeah, and some of the NPCs cheat in that regard because they have like multiple 4 stars
Oh,
and stuff.
yeah.
It's like, come on now.
Like I collected about every single Triple Triad card up until like
Like this guy. He's
With
got a
Heavens.
5 and a 4. What the hell? Sorry, continue. I was just being
oh
salty at this
Oh.
guy.
yeah, I collected
Oh,
every
no.
Triple Triad card up until like mid Heavensward, but like I just stopped at a certain point because it's like there's no reason to keep collecting them if they're just not going to keep supporting it.
Right. I don't even know. My Ascension deck is not very good, so I'm I'm reasonably assured at this point that I'm probably not going to win this one. Yeah, I'm losing this one. That's okay. Okay. Yeah, my Ascension deck has 5 Beastmen things in it, but Ascension is still difficult. Anyway, we got to go to the Little Solace now to check on the one soldier that was supposed to be looking into the sylphs. So let's head to the Hawthorne Hut again. So. Yeah, nope, not getting out of this chair. That's black mages and their ley lines.
That's my favorite black mage ever.
Well, there you go. If anyone ever wants to make a black mage, they need to make them look like Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog, if possible.
It just needs to be your text macro when you use ley lines.
Yeah, nope, not getting out of this chair.
Do it, Jimmy. You won't.
I mean, if I played Thaumaturge, I probably would. Now that the idea's in my head. Ooh, yeah, sorry, Confucius. I don't think climbing this is such a good idea for you. I'll go up myself. There we go. Omsio, hello. Well, I'm looking for a wood whaler who is also a scholar who came through here. Bumbling, stumbling one? I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to a character from the 100 Acre Wood. I guess that's not that far off. Okay, so Scholar's got to be around here somewhere. Well, Frixio might know. And after this, where in the North Shroud do we have to go for this one? Let's see. Oh, right below Fog and Float. Okay. Probably to see Alisay before we go directly there. I think I know where the other coil... Well, I was going to say, I think I know where the other coil's going to be in that case, but no, that could not be. Because there is that one place outside of, what is it, Morbi Dry Docks in Lanasia, but we already went to a coil in Lanasia and Castrum Occidens there, so... Well, I appreciate that you still remember me. Yes, I'm searching for a scholar who may or may not have been around here. Hey man, I'm not the one who gave him the title, so... He went into the Sylphlands? Oh god. Yeah, I'll go find him, because I get the feeling that's where we're getting to here. Okay, well, let's go back up to Omsio and let them know. Probably they're going to send me out there to find the guy, and that's going to lead to the Beast Tribe questing part. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You really don't want to wander into the Sylphlands. It's not exactly the most accommodating place to be. Yeah, I gotta find him, unfortunately. The Wood Whalers kind of need my help in that regard, and that Twin Adders. Is that our scholar? Yeah, it's weird concern, I know, Omsio, but I just need to find him to get him back. Yep. No, it wasn't a joke. Do sylphs even wear underwear?
I don't think I want to know that.
Yeah, I guess that's a question I don't want an answer to. Towards Lark's Call. Okay. It's like the walls have ears, but the trees have eyes. I mean, in this case, the trees literally do have eyes, because they're tree ants, but... Okay. It's fine, Omsio. I'm too high of a level. I just intimidate all the enemies, and they don't bother me, so... No big deal, we'll make it. Alright, let's go find our gentleman here. Though, according to the way the sylphs are talking about him, I get the feeling by the time I find him, I will be less inclined to call him a gentleman. We'll see. Let's see here. Probably him over there. played ranked in League of Legends for 1.5 seasons. It sucked. You'd never even been in bronze and think it ranked is garbage. See, I've never played League of Legends, so I couldn't really say one way or the other. So one person
Well,
in
I
college
just
tried to
Never played
teach me,
the first
but
14.
I would not recommend it, honestly. I played it for a long time, and now I say that I'm clean.
you're clean.
It was just a toxic experience for me.
Oh,
so.
jeez.
I think any ranked anything in any game is bad for my health.
I just don't do well with competitive game versus other players. I get frustrated very easily.
I really, and I might get top 100 in this season, but man, Crystal is not fun for people. Very easy if you want to get top 100, but it is very frustrating.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Who's the chosen one in this case? Is that you, or? No, I don't think he has any idea. Oh boy. I hope you wore rubber underwear there, Mr. Scholar. That would be me. And you might want to run. Come on, get out of here. You all right there, friend? They didn't electrocute you yet, did they? Oh, so his name is Voice. Okay, see, now the quest name makes sense.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm not on Scholar, but let me see if I can get those binds off. There you go. Well, maybe if you didn't wander into Lark's Call, you wouldn't have been close to a goner. Those are tempered sylphs, my friend. I'm surprised nobody's written about those yet, or maybe you just haven't gotten your hands on a copy of Ramu Daily lately. Yeah, Commander dispatched me to help you out. Okay, fair enough. I'll meet you back there then. Let's go, Confucius. Let's see where this leads. I get the feeling it's not going to lead me anywhere that's pleasant. I've never heard anything about the Sylph quests, though, personally, so I can't really make a judgment call.
There's one where you start at the top of the Sylph lens and you have to go all the way to the bottom without getting hit. And at level 50, you would have to pay someone to escort you so the enemies won't hit you. But now that you're higher level, you don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, okay. Good thing I picked it up now, then.
Like, you could literally be a hired mercenary to just escort someone back then.
That's funny. Good to meet you, Voice. I kind of doubt that you're the foremost scholar. At this point, I think I'm a better scholar of the Sylphic customs and lore than you are.
Damn, Jimmy throwing shade there.
I mean, I'm right. He's a novice. He's green. He's wearing green, and he is green. And no, that shade of green does not let you blend in here, Voice. It only makes you stick out more. A legendary sylph that possesses the power to change fate, huh? I mean, maybe. Oh, okay, Frixio knows. Alright. Oh. So it's only born once 1,000 years. Must be a particularly strong sylph. Right now. Yeah, maybe if you did your math a little faster, Mr. Scholar. I think Alcazolka might be a better scholar in this case than you, too. What is it with the sylphs and underwear?
I don't know,
Oh
man.
my god.
It's a weird obsession.
A little bit. They're like little children running around with underpants on their head. Oh my god. I can see already that this guy's gonna get on my nerves by the time this is over with, but it's okay, because I've heard the Amalja quest is very good. I've heard from Cole that the Sahagin quests are very good, and I've heard that the Kobold quests are also pretty good. This is the comic relief Beast Tribe quest of the Shroud, I think. Like the Kobolds are the comic relief of Lanasia. It's okay though. I will try, Elmsio. Sure, yeah, you can count on this one. Okay, quest complete there, and that should unlock. Yep, Beast Tribe quest for Little Solace. So we are neutral with the Sylphs here. And we can take some quests from them. And we can purchase some wares from them as well. What do they have here? Sylph Conscious, oh god. Okay, so you can exchange with Sylphic Gold Leaves for their exclusive stuff. Okay, so they have the Weaver's stuff. Alright. Not that I need any of this stuff anymore, I'm just doing this for the hell of it. But yeah, I'll handle doing the off-screen quests with these guys, and I'll just... Excuse me, like I said, it's about 5 days if I do 3 quests a day with both the Amalja and the Sylphs. So probably, like, end of this week I'll do their next quests, and then... I think, if I remember right, I can do 6 quests for each per day after that, because there will be 2 NPCs unlocked. And if it's anything like the Ixal, you can do multiples from each different NPC. So I'll do 3 quests a day for them while they're neutral, and I can only do 3 quests a day, and then I'll do 6 for each. And it'll take 5 days to get to the next level, and 5 days to the level after that, and we'll be done. So it's only 3 quests following this, really.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Also, you have a lot more comms than I thought you would for how long you've been playing.
I'm actually kind of surprised. Yeah, I've gotten multiple commendations in a large number of situations. I remember doing main scenario the one time, I think, and I got 5 commends for 1 dungeon. And I was like, that's a lot. Like, I've seen some of the videos of people who were... I forget what it was. I think it was a video for a mount or something like that, and it was a dude in Stormblood when Stormblood was coming out, so this is like 2017 or something, and he only had like 1,000 commends. That could be because he doesn't play tanks and healers that much, but still, I think the guy had been with the game for a while, so you'd think he'd have more than that by that point, but...
DPS typically don't get comms, and if they do, it's the other DPS because they feel bad for the other DPS.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, that doesn't do anything for my self-esteem.
Yeah, even if you're a really good DPS, it's just always the healers and tanks.
Well, I mean, of course, you give it to them out of courtesy. They busted their ass to carry your ass kicking and screaming through the dungeon. Most you can hope is that one guy who's thankful because you saved his ass on Red Mage by raising him.
Mm-hmm. I've gotten a pretty decent chunk of commends, though, for with Monk because of my efficient use of mantra, I'd like to believe, but I don't know.
There you go.
So I you know, like whenever there's a situation where we have to stack in on each other, like if I'm fighting Ravana and he's using his like cross AoEs and stuff, where then he has the circle AoE, I always save mantra for that, and I'm like, here, have a mantra, everybody, because they're always casting Medica 2 or Succor or Aspected Helios when you walk in there. So
usually people don't notice that, but the people that do appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. I'd like to think I've contributed somewhat. So.
As long as you're putting thought into it, that's a lot more than other people.
Right.
I mean, I'm probably the only DPS on the planet who, when I'm either playing Red Mage or Bard in this case, I pay attention to everybody's TP and MP bars so I can refresh and Tactician at good times. Mm-hmm. I don't just do it when I drop foes so I can last longer.
And that's good. And that's a good way to do it, I think. So there's a fragment in the Alder Springs. Okay. Oh, probably Aniel. Yeah. Okay, I will head that way then. So let's go check this fragment out. And I think once we're done unlocking these, we'll call it a day. I will probably meet you guys back in Thanalin so we can do the next Summoner quest or 2 before we go into Coils again tomorrow. But I'll figure that out by the time we're done here. So let's go check this out first.
I'm in the middle of a 50-60.
Oh, you made it into 50-60.
What? What'd you say, Jimmy?
You made it into 50-60 dungeon?
Yeah, I queued
Ah,
while we were
okay.
chilling. I got Snowcloak.
Oh, okay.
Our tank left immediately.
You know, kind of don't blame him.
Snowcloak can be a bit of a bastard.
Especially if the party doesn't know what they're doing. But from what I seen so far, the team seems to know what the hell they're doing. I'm one of the people who knows what they're doing. Everybody knew the snowball mechanic with the Yeti.
Right.
Didn't stop the fact that me and the freaking monk completely ignored it when he was down to 8%. We just ripped him to shreds, but...
At that point, I would just do the same.
Yeah, at that point he's practically dead, so just...
Like, we had every excuse. The monk was doing the monk thing. I just popped off. I got a proc. I had barrage. I popped all my damage buffs, and I was just like...
Ooh, speaking of monks, actually, thinking about it, I did a 50-60 a little bit ago, I think, where I got Keeper, and I got 2 commends on Monk because I mean, it was efficient use of Mantra again. I helped kind of with Midgard with getting Astraea. I immediately volunteered for to watch for Astraea. And I also remembered to melee LB1, the big airship boss thing that uses Flamethrower. When it was at 10% health, and it instantly died there because we were going to get back our LB by the time we were done with Midgard anyway, so I was like, fuck this, I'm just killing this thing before it can trash our party. So I think people appreciated that a little.
Yeah, that can be a real pain of a dungeon if you don't have people that know what they're doing.
Right. Well, don't tell me to bugger off, I'm here to help, man. I would imagine. This place probably draws a good chunk of them.
Oh, dear.
Ah, okay. So there's one of the shards. It's weird because they call Dalamud the Red Moon, but a lot of the pieces are like bluish. It kind of reminds me of how the Seeing Horde weapons are, honestly.
Nice. See, that's something I need to get better at while I'm on DPS.
What's that?
Managing my aggro.
Oh. Well, on Bard, that's what Refreshing Tactician
When I
for.
start popping off with the damage buffs, it comes hard. It's just like, do I just not attack and let precious time go away that I could be spent tearing the boss a new one, or just like getting aggro? Oh, hey, look, I have Tactician. Poop.
Yep.
Or Diversion. But
I don't
if
have
you're
Diversion on this one.
Yeah.
Just pop one of those. Well, you just pop the TP one. That's pretty much useless anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unless the warrior is spamming overpower to pull everything.
Yeah, that's the only case where I would save Tactician is if you have a warrior in your party, because people like to pull a million ads and then spam overpower.
That is true.
Sometimes when the tanks are in a rush, they do that. Can't say I blame them in roulettes.
Yeah, if you gotta
Usually
do all your
it's
roulades.
just to cut aggro is the beginning of the fight.
Of course it's at the bottommost layer. Of course it is.
Because of course.
Why would the Elegans make anything easy? Okay, sure.
Got it.
I will go see if I can find Alice, and then we'll head into the second turns. Not today, though. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
How do you unlock the next few turns of the coils, Jimmy?
So you got to go back to the Waking Sands, talk to Rion J, do another turn in the coil, and then follow the quest markers from there.
Okay. So I just got to go back and do a turn in the coil?
So you got to go back to the Waking Sands and then take another turn in the coil. Yep.
I'll just go on the jumping puzzle one. I'll just solo it with Red Mage or something.
No, you don't have to go back into the coils.
Oh, I thought you said you have to take another turn.
See, this is what happens when you mute me, even though I'm across the room from you. Sometimes your headphones just completely block out what I'm saying.
I actually have one ear open. It's away from you, and this is not my good ear.
Yeah. So you have to go to the Waking Sands, talk to Urion J. There's a quest called Another Turn in the Coil. Well, you have to do Alice's Pledge first, but that's there as well. So, and then just follow the quest markers for that, and you'll be fine.
Okay, so just before the next stream, get through 3.2, get the next bounce, the coils unlocked, and I'm good.
Yes, but don't worry as much about the 3.2 stuff, because we probably won't be getting to 3.2 tomorrow. We probably won't be getting to 3.2 again until either Thursday or Saturday, or 3.3 in this case for me, until like Thursday or Saturday. So.
Okay. That gives me plenty of time then.
Yeah.
Still got a bit.
Yeah. Want to make sure we have enough time to get through all the coils. I don't want to be like, well, I got to do this and this and this, and then we go. But I don't know if it's such a good idea for you to aid me. I think in there it's dangerous enough, Aniel, that we won't need it. Oh, Alfino, did you switch back to your old outfit? Probably because he's in the city-states, it's not as cold.
It's totally not. This was supposed to be done in freaking.
We don't talk about that. No, I've already talked about that. Like I said, we do things out of order here. Yeah, she seemed like she was pretty attached to Louisoix. Well, I don't know. You didn't see him with your own eyes there, Alfino, but... Right.
Should...
Right, exactly. So you want me to make sure she chooses her own path then, huh? Well, I'll do the best I can with her. I think you give me a little too much credit there, Alfino. I think you made that decision yourself, but... Yeah. I'm kind of surprised. It seemed like when we first met Alphinode and Ally they went everywhere together, but they've so far been pretty much on their own paths here. I mean, I guess they each have their own way of thinking about how they should save Eorzea, but, you know. Okay. Completed the quest, and we should get the unlock, yep, right about now. So there we go. The second coil of Bahamut is now accessible. And we can head inside whenever we feel like. If we go right over here, they don't actually name them turns 6, 7, 8, and 9, but that's effectively what they are. They're the second coils, turn 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Need some easy acronym to call them.
Right. Oh, okay. I heard my mom yelling outside. I thought she was calling for us to like open the door or something. Yeah, she's talking to our dog. So I was like, what is going on out there? But okay, so yeah, now that we have access to the second coil, is it the second coil of Bahamut or the second turn? Second coil of Bahamut. Okay, now we have access to that. I'm gonna go and I guess not rest at this inn that we already established does not have any way to rest in here, even if you do the side quest in here. And I will, yeah, you know what, I'll meet you guys back in Ul'dah for the next episode of Final Fantasy XIV, the stream edition, where we will do the next Summoner quest, and yeah, we'll see from there. We'll just do Summoner quests until Yugman and Espy get here tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and then we will head off into the second coil. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I will see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'm still not used to that. I'll get used to it eventually. But until then, everybody, take care and have a good night.
Peace.
All right. See you guys.